With 18 games remaining, the Angels have claimed the role of spoilers. Tonight, they look to take another bite out of the Oakland A's pennant chase dreams in the second of a 4-game series. A's. Angels. Next. Welcome to Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California, where tonight it's Angels baseball on KCAL 9. Tonight, the Anaheim Angels are in town to take on the Oakland Athletics. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Physiak. This is Jose Mota. The Angels won last night in Game 1 of this 4-game series, 3-1 over the A's. The Angels getting 4 shutout innings by their bullpen and some remarkable work with that slider from Francisco Rodriguez.
Oh, the turning point in the ballgame. Francisco Rodriguez just abusing practically Miguel Tejada. Tejada knows the slider is coming. He sets him up on the outer half. Tejada's still looking outside, but he's able to adjust the slider, change a little bit of the speed, a little bit of the downward spiral, and you see the result.
And he is a confident pitcher right now. And now we've got a chance to watch one of those major league debuts. In 2000, the Angels took in the first round Chris Bootcheck, worked his way through the minor leagues, and now he gets his big league start.
So much energy, so much passion from this kid who showed that he was able to adjust from one half to the other, finish up strong, Steve, and that's why he's here today.
His key, spot that fastball. We've got the A's and Angels, Game 2 of this series, and it's coming your way next on KCAL 9.
Introducing the Lincoln Mercury family of SUVs, the Lincoln Navigator, the new Lincoln Aviator, and the Mercury Mountaineer. Luxury effectively combined with affordability that makes it an SUV second to none. Come in now during the Summer Adventure SUV clearance event and lease a Mountaineer for $321 a month with $3321 cash due at signing. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Woo! Draft day, baby! This is our year!
In the first round, the Oakland Raiders select Antenna Ball.
Hey, Raiders fans, now when you buy any large combo at Jack in the Box, you'll get a free Raiders antenna ball.
He's kind of small. He's free. Well, that's the last of it.
The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and coming soon, the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
A historic moment of decision in California. Stay with Dave Bryan and the experience of KCAL 9's political coverage team. We'll track the issues and the candidates all the way to the October vote. Continuing Recall California coverage on KCAL 9 News.
No matter how bizarre you think this guy is, remember, he's someone's little boy. And you thought your family was weird. Meet the world's most interesting people on Ripley's Believe It or Not, starting September 15th.
Premiering September 15th at 4 on KCAL 9.
Jen and Ben's wedding.
We know the date, we know the place, we even know who's coming.
Ben, who is Jennifer Garner kissing? And Brittany next in T.
Tonight at 11 on KCAL 9.
World Champion Angels Baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by the all-new Ford F-150. By Carl's Jr. for the great taste of charbroiled burgers. The name of the game is Carl's Jr. By Home Depot, proud sponsors of Anaheim Angels Baseball. By Southern California Edison, who reminds you that energy conservation is always in season. By Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 03 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. Get the feeling Toyota. And by Wiener Schnitzel, the official hot dog of the Anaheim Angels. We welcome you back to Oakland, California. Nearby is Network Associates Coliseum. It's Game 2 with the Angels and Athletics. Angels won last night 3-1. Let's check out the Angels Southern California Ford dealers batting order. They will lead things off with center fielder Sean Figgins. Batting second, Jeff DeVannen. Hitting third, Garrett Anderson. 3 hits last night. Tim Salmon back in the lineup after 2 days off because of tightness in his back. Scott Spezio will bat fifth, and Sean Wooten, Adam Kennedy, Wilson Delgado, and Tom Gregorio. The Kragen starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics. He's 6 feet 3 inches tall, 190 pounds, 25-year-old right-hander from Lubbock, Texas, Justin Duchscherer.
Duchscherer, control guy, good composure, guy that is around the plate. Look at this situation right here. 117 Ks. Look at the walks. That's the reason he's right now making the most important time of his life in the middle of a pennant race on a big day for him too, Steve.
1 walk for 9 innings, and that was one of the best numbers in the Pacific Coast League this year. Duchscherer was supposed to be starting for Sacramento in a AAA playoff game at Nashville today. Instead, he's on the mound for the Major League A's in a pennant race trying to help Oakland win the American League West. He was the PCL Pitcher of the Year with that 14-2 record. And Sean Figgins, who has been great since his recall, batting .357, will dig in from the left side. Duchscherer throws outside for 1. Overall, the numbers on Sean Figgins: .325. He's driven in 23 runs. That's strong for a guy who's been mainly leading it off and only been in that lineup the last 6 weeks. That will catch the outside corner. He finds the strike zone at 2-1.
His strength is hitting those corners. Good example right there, right away. He's not going to come right down the middle.
That one will catch a high strike, and that's the way Tim Hudson worked Sean Figgins last night. Hudson usually wins at the knees, but he worked up in that strike zone to Sean Figgins. Curveball will miss, and the count goes 3-2.
One of the things they did say about this pitcher is the fact that at any count he can throw a breaking ball. Steve can throw a nice little changeup that I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of tonight.
But when you're a little nervous, because this is his 2003 debut, the ball fouled off by Sean Figgins. I mean, we saw the command of his curveball that was breaking, and it's going to be maybe an inning before he settles down. Yes, he has had major league experience, but just 5 games with the Texas Rangers in 2001.
The one thing Ken Maka needs to see is establish that fastball first, work off of that. That way you work on your grip, work on your movement, see what the hitters, how they react to your pitches.
Again, Figgins slaps it foul, and Ken Maka said calling up Duchscherer allows him to keep John Halama and Steve Sparks in the bullpen. He likes their long relief. He likes another left-hander in the pen.
Maka knows the importance of having a little more depth right there with Rincon, the other lefty, and John Halama.
Figgins trying to drop it into left field, but it is pulled down by Jose Guillen. It looked like Guillen was fighting the lights on that one. Our jack-in-the-box defense, Jose.
Guillen moves over to left field from last night. Eric Burns back in center field. Jermaine Dye, more familiar position for him in right field. Eric Chavez in third base. Miguel Tejada, shortstop. Mark Hill is at second. Scott Hatterberg at first base. Ramon Hernandez is the catcher with Mr. Duchscherer.
And there is Eric. 2 straight gold gloves at third base. Very sure-handed and on bunts, too. And Jeff DeVannen swings in the first offering and sends it in the air to center field. Eric Burns out there, and Burns will make the catch for the second out. Well, the Angels were shut out by the Oakland A's for 6 innings last night. Tim Hudson had a 1-0 lead. Hudson had been their hottest pitcher. And then Sean Wooten hit the home run to tie the game, and then later with the game knotted up at 1-1, up stepped Garrett Anderson, and he did what he has done all year long, driving clutch runs. 114 RBIs now on the season. That broke the 1-1 tie, and the Angels would go on and score 1 more in a bases loaded walk. Meantime, Chris Bootcheck waiting his turn. His big league debut just moments away.
Talking to Bootcheck yesterday, I said, does it seem like it came fast? Or he goes, you know what, I cannot wait. This is going a little bit too slow for me. And then obviously he goes, but it'll be, I'm sure, a blur tomorrow night after I get off the mound. I'm talking to reporters as to how I did, and hopefully I will do well.
Anderson slaps it foul. Duchscherer remains in front of GA. No balls and 2 strikes.
That's what Major League debut is like. I mean, I remember mine. It was at the Astrodome, but it was so fast that it was just like a dream that, you know, wake up and where am I?
Why didn't you call time and step out of the batter's box?
Why did?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You know, I need to enjoy this moment. It does. It goes by very, very quickly. Duchscherer with the 1-2, and GA takes outside. Now, Duchscherer graduated from Coronado High School in Lubbock, Texas in 1996, then drafted by the Boston Red Sox in the 8th round. 2001, he was traded. Anderson sends it up the middle. Miguel Tejada throws to Scott Hatteberg at first base. So Duchscherer strong in the first inning against the Angels. It's Bootcheck time.
Introducing the California exclusive Hemi Express. However, if you still want to look at a Ford or Chevy, check out behind the woodshed. 345 horsepower Hemi Magnum engine, 20-inch wheels, ground effects, tonneau cover, and Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. The California Hemi Express. Grab life by the horns at your California Dodge dealer.
Sooner or later, you'll get it.
Jen and Ben's wedding.
We know the date, we know the place, we even know who's coming.
Then, who's Jennifer Garner kissing her TV love triangle? It's pretty huge. And Brittany in her underwear next, E.T.
Tonight at 11 on KCAL 9.
It has been cloudy and overcast all day long in Oakland, California. Now it's beginning to break free. We're seeing a little bit of that sun peek through. It's the Southern California Ford dealers batting order now for the Oakland Athletics. Mark Ellis will lead things off. Will be followed by Rubio Durazo, then Eric Chavez, Miguel Tejada, Scott Hatteberg, Jose Guillen, Ramon Hernandez, and Jermaine Dye bats eighth. Eric Burns in center field. The Kragan starting pitcher for the Anaheim Angels, making his major league debut. 24-year-old right-hander from LaPorte, Indiana, Chris Bootcheck.
Bootcheck fastball, slider, change. One of the things Mike Bromley told me as AAA manager is his best off-speed pitches, his slider, because he takes so much off of that, and look for him to throw to lefties and right his light.
Well, he has been very strong since the second half of the season. He had elbow problems to start the year and never felt comfortable until July. Really started taking off and pitching well. Chris Bootcheck, 8 wins, 9 losses at Salt Lake City this year. He throws strike one to his first batter, Mark Ellis. Right back with a fastball that misses outside, 1-1. Ellis started the year hot. Now he's trailed off to 251, and he swings at a high fastball at 90 miles an hour, 1-2. And it seems like Ellis has been swinging it more and more pitches up in the strike zone.
You know, the comment around the league is this guy loves that high fastball. He will turn on anything.
Bootcheck strikes him out. So how about that in your major league debut? The first batter you face, it's a K of Mark Ellis.
Got to remember this. That's just exciting. I mean, it's starting a career that hopefully will be long here in the big leagues. Look at what a nice job his catcher does for him. Nice big target. Spread those legs a little bit more and let me work with you. Nice low target. He follows exactly the pattern that he wanted. Now watch out with that follow through, Tommy.
And that has to be a little bit of a comfort spot that you have Tom Gregorio, who's catching you in the minor leagues.
has a lot to do with it. Mike Socha said, I would have felt just as comfortable with Jose Molina or Sean Wooten, but obviously to break him in like I did with Kevin Gregg, at least work with some guys that they worked with so much this year down in AAA.
Mike Socha, a big fan of Tom Gregorio, says he's a great memory for pitch selection in the sequence later in the ball game, how he set up past hitters. There's a slasher down the left field line, so your first strikeout is followed by your first base hit given up. It's a 1-out double by Rubio Durazo.
We talked about Durazo and the arm extension. One thing Durazo will do is he will look for a pattern. You see Gregorio sitting on the outside right here. Extension of the arms. We talked about it a lot last night. Look at that. Extension is what Durazo wants. He finds it on that pitch at 92 miles an hour. And he's sitting pretty saying thank you very much. Just a couple more inches inside. Whole different story.
So Oakland has a man in scoring position with 1 out. And the 2 hottest hitters in the Oakland lineup will come up now, and Eric Chavez and Miguel Tejada. I'm going to go back and forth with the pronunciation of his name because he's given me both. But you say it's Chavez.
I'll be working on Duchscherer.
Bootcheck with the 1-0 pitch, and Eric swings and pops it foul out of play.
I really like the fact, Steve, that he's being aggressive with his fastball. And at this point, you can read all the reports from Buddy Black and all the information you got from the bench and past players and all that stuff. But the main thing that's going to count is what you bring between those 2 lines and how the hitters are reacting to you. And from there, you adjust.
Bootcheck's 1-1, and Chavez takes it outside corner. He's behind the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Like that. Just keep being aggressive. Just don't change if it's working. Just work on location. Get that fastball established. From there on, you decide with your catcher what you want to do.
And that's been his key in the second half. Command of the fastball. See if he goes off speed here. He does, and it's knocked up the middle. Delgado has it, and he'll throw out Eric, and moving to third base, Rubio Durazo. That's a good pitch after he had gone heater, heater, heater.
Nice play up the middle by Delgado. The defense today behind Bootcheck, Garrett Anderson left, Sean Figgins in center. Jeff Devine in right field. Sean Wooten, nice play last night at third base. Wilson Delgado at shortstop. Adam Kennedy at second. Scott Spezio at first. And Tommy Gregorio, he's the catcher.
That's your jack-in-the-box defense, and there is Sean Figgins. Didn't play much outfielder before this year, and I think he has done an excellent job.
He just wants to play. Doesn't matter where. About 22 starts in center field in the big leagues. In a year when you came mostly as an infielder, says a lot about your game.
It seems like Sean will accept any responsibility given to him by Mike Socha. Bring it on, Sean Figgins' attitude. Same with this guy, Miguel Tejada, who was last year's American League Most Valuable Player, had a marvelous season hitting .308 with 34 home runs and drove in 131. And after a very slow start this year, he's come on in the second half, much like Chavez. It's in the strike zone, catching the corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bootcheck got the first man, Mark Ellis, struck him out on a high fastball. Durazo took an outside fastball to left field for a double. Now he's on third after the ground out by Eric Chavez. Breaking ball taken by Miguel. Hit to right field. Jeff Dubannon drifts back and makes the catch. So Bootcheck with a shutout first inning in his major league debut. The kid from Auburn. Success through 1.
Cruiser days are here with the hottest way to cruise the coolest state. The PT Cruiser. 121 cubic feet of space. 32 seating configurations. And available 220 horsepower turbo. The only question is, what will your PT look like? Now during Cruiser days, get a $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months. Visit your California Chrysler dealer today.
So where should I play next year?
Where do you want to play next year? Because you have offers from Dallas, Toronto, Miami, and LA.
Tell me about LA.
Old filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
Introducing a new level of performance from Acura. The all-new TSX.
To the second inning we go. It's the Angels and Athletics. Game 2 of this 4-game series. Chris Bootcheck against Justin Duchscherer. Now these guys know each other because they competed against each other in the Pacific Coast League this year. Back on June 18th they actually met. Chris Bootcheck throwing 5 innings of 2-run baseball, and Duchscherer going 1 run allowed in 9 innings, scattered 9 hits, only struck out 1 and walked 1 man. But I'll tell you what, Mike Scioscia penciled in Sean Figgins because Figgins went 2 for 3 off of him. Meziga also played against him, went 2 for 4, but Rob Quinlan, Trent Durrington, Adam Riggs, and Barry Wesson had combined 2 for 16. Tim Salmon, good to see him back in the lineup. Tim had tightness in his back, missed Sunday's game and yesterday's game. He said he was ready to go. No home runs in the last 22 games. He'll take outside.
Well, Steve, talk about that scenario. Back then it was the River Cats from Sacramento against the Salt Lake City Stingers, but in terms of stuff, that doesn't change. Location, yeah, the scenario, yeah, much bigger. Oakland, the middle of things, and Anaheim playing spoiler right now.
Salmon pops it up, foul territory. Eric Chavez going over and will make the catch for the first out of the second inning. The Auto Club of Southern California is giving fans another reason to cheer home runs this year. It's the Big Hit Big Trip promotion. Anytime an Angel player hits the Auto Club logo just beyond the center field wall, one lucky fan will win a 5-day Tahiti vacation. Make sure to come out to the ballpark and you may be heading to Tahiti. It would be fun. Wow. It's got to be an Angel though. Scott Spezio comes up and takes low ball 1. Ground ball hit to Hatterberg, and Duchscherer has faced 5 Angels. He's retired all 5 Angels.
He got his feet on the ground in that first inning, 1, 2, 3, and now he's got a little bit more to what his game is and what it should be, where the guy is not overpowering. Nice little changeup right there on Spezio, breaking balls on Tim Salmon, and everything's been around the plate so far.
So Sean Wooten comes to the plate, and it was his big hit last night of the 7th inning with the Angels down 1-0 off Tim Hudson. A fastball that he got and ripped over the wall in center field, and that tied the game. The Angels would score 2 in the 8th to win it.
He had been so tough on him in the first 2 at-bats, and he told me today, Sean said, you know what, I was not going to give in, and there's a couple angles that he showed me in his arm that I'd never seen before.
Duchscherer broke one off the corner, and it is 1-1. This guy has a great idea how to pitch. Good curveball outside corner. That's the slow curve you were talking about, and we heard he'll throw it as slow as mid-60s.
What did he want? He wants reaction from the body. Look at Sean Wooten's body right now. A little bit too committed, and that's exactly what Duchscherer wants to see in that situation.
Comes back with the curve and strikes him out. Duchscherer, 2 perfect innings against the Angels, and the A's 1.5 games up in front of Seattle. They need Justin.
Boy, you sure got stuff. Where do you put it all? Nissan dealers show you a new Murano at $31,996. We've got nothing to hide. You might, of course. Nissan Murano.
Some guys eat 5 burgers a week. That's 260 a year. Or 11,000 burgers in a lifetime. Hey, you might want to pace yourself. The Barbecue Ranch Chicken Sandwich, new at Carl's Jr.
Introducing the California exclusive Hemi Express. However, if you still want to look at a Ford or Chevy, check out behind the woodshed. 345 horsepower Hemi Magnum engine, 20-inch wheels, ground effects, tonneau cover, and Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. The California Hemi Express. Grab life by the horns at your California Dodge dealer.
World champion Anaheim Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. Steve Physiak, Jose Mota with you at Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California. Chris Bootcheck making his big league debut, going against Justin Duchscherer and the Oakland Athletics. And right now Bootcheck will face hitters 5, 6, and 7. That means Scott Hatteberg, who had a couple of doubles in last night's A's loss. Fastball stays up. Seattle's competing tonight, first of a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers. They're currently scoreless in the second. In there. And now Chris getting away with that high strike. The home plate umpire is Jeff Nelson. Tim Duchscherer is at first base, Mike Victor at second, and Alfonso Marquez is the third base umpire. Tonight's Speed on the Radar Gun is brought to you by SBC. Get unlimited SBC long distance. Call 1-877-PIC-SBC. Foul back. Chris Bootcheck, a big guy at 6 feet 5 inches tall, 200 pounds, going against Scott Hatteberg. Really, more colleges, I understand, recruited Chris to play basketball than they did baseball.
Look at his size.
Yeah. Again sent foul. And yet he was taken in the 17th round out of high school by Tampa Bay. Didn't sign, went to Auburn. And their coach at Auburn just said he was one of the top pitchers they have ever had there. I mean, we're talking about Tim Hudson, Scott Sullivan, Greg Olson, who have gone to Auburn in the past. Way high, and Hatteberg walks to lead off the last of the second inning.
Well, he walks a guy that's a very patient hitter in Scotty Hatteberg, and a guy that will really take his time and take a lot of pitches to see how things are happening. How late is a breaking ball breaking? Is he showing me that changeup? Information I can pass on to the guys following me. And you see right away he fell 2-0, and I said, you know, Hatteberg is a guy that's going to be a good test for Bootcheck because of that reason.
Here is Jose Guillen, who will be a big test for him as well. Guillen had a great year with Cincinnati and then acquired by Oakland right before the trade deadline. Hit .337 with 23 home runs for the Cincinnati Reds, and then acquired by Oakland when they were suffering all kinds of offensive woes. And this has not been a good offensive year for Oakland, despite Tejada and Chavez and Jermaine Dye and Rubio Durazo. Gregorio blocked the ball, thought it got behind him.
Here's Gregorio. Look at that. He immediately thinks one thing. Let me center that ball, find it, and right there he's waiting for help from somebody to tell him where the ball is. One thing you can do is flip that mask if somebody needs to help you verbally. That becomes your pitcher, whoever's on the bench too, helping you out.
Bootcheck falling behind after walking Hatteberg. He has a hitter's count against Guillen, and Guillen swings and sends it foul. But Oakland struggling all year long. I mean, they've been dead last or near the bottom in every single offensive category.
The batting average, 13th in the American League, 324 on base, 11th and 324 on bases. On base is one thing the Oakland A's preach so much about.
Yeah, last year they had an on-base percentage of 34. The ball slashed towards right field, and it will go foul. So Bootcheck fighting back. Evens the count on Jose Guillen. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And they will scout guys that will take pitches. We'll work the count 3-1. We'll take 2-0. Situations like that. They think overall there's certain counts like 2-1 that are great for hitters, but it's a philosophy, and not necessarily everybody can work to it or get used to it.
Billy Beane will look for ball players around the minor leagues that do just that. Ground ball, Delgado. He gets the fourth. Kennedy with the turn, and that is a beautiful double play. 6-4-3.
A great play right there. They're about 5 minutes apart from their house, Guillen and Delgado, but look what his neighbor does to him. Going to his right, gets his feet set, and he just gives a nice and easy target to Adam Kennedy, who's becoming one of the best at turning the double play. Starting with his hands, he knows where the bag is, use that for protection sometimes, and just flip it out there. Nice stretch by Spezia, too.
All the way around, and Bootcheck getting out of trouble here. And with Delgado making that play, we should let our fans know that David Eckstein was activated today. So the Angels will have David back in the starting lineup tomorrow, probably at shortstop.
That is exciting. I mean, that's great news.
Oh, he's a great young man, and he's, even when he's on the sideline, he's helping the guys who are competing for his position.
He's walking around today just like a happy fellow, just got activated from the DL. He's so anxious to get out there and contribute what is left of the season.
Bootcheck strikes out his second batter of the ball game, and we head to the top of the 3rd inning looking for our first run.
Teamwork won the World Series, and teamwork can help achieve another important goal: conserving energy when demand is high. Here are some tips from SCE. Clean air conditioner filters and refrigerator coils. Do only full loads of clothes and dishes, and replace light bulbs with compact fluorescents.
How many shortstops does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but it takes all of us to make a difference.
A message from your Angels and their energy advisor, Southern California Edison.
My candidacy is all about big change in Sacramento, and the people have a right to know what that means for them.
How are you going to end the financial mess?
Well, California is spending $29 million per day more than it takes in. Now, here's my plan. Day 1, audit everything, open the books, and then we end the crazy deficit spending.
Will you have to cut education?
No, we can fix this mess without hurting the schools. For me, children come first. Always have, always will.
After years of analyzing, refining, and perfecting, Lexus engineers had to face the most difficult challenge of all: letting go. Introducing the new, more powerful ES330.
Now that's dining at the ballpark. Those two brothers were sharing their popcorn just beautifully.
You know what you're talking about. Look at him. That's what David Eckstein's face looked like today during batting practice, man.
Excited to be back with the ball club. Well, our Toyota upcoming schedule looks like this for the Angels. They've got 2 more tomorrow on Fox Sports Net, then Thursday on KCAL 9, and then the ball club will fly to Seattle for games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we head home. We've got 3 against the Oakland Athletics starting next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Remember, fans, we're trying to break that record, go over the 3 million mark, as the old record 2.83 million set in 1982. 2,807,360 is the record set in 1982, and right now the Angels at 2,723,684. Adam Kennedy tries to bunt his way on, but bunts it foul, so he is down in the count 0-2. Angels looking for their first base runner against Duchscherer in this ball game. He's faced 6, he's retired 6. Adam Kennedy trying to stretch that hit streak to 5 consecutive games. It was a big double last night, and he would score on Garrett Anderson's base hit up the middle. Breaking ball misses outside. Boy, it's a slow curve that is rather tempting.
You know, the one Sean Woodson struck out on, that's the one that the hitters want to see. There's a lot of change of pace when you take that stride, but remember your hands. That's what counts. Keep them back there.
Kind of jammed him on that one. Tough play for Tejada, and that should be the first hit of the ball game because that had so much spin on it. Jose Tejada had no chance.
You know what happened right there with Adam Kennedy? He knows, he's aware of that changeup. He's aware of that slow curveball. He stays back. Tejada going to his right. He got caught in between hops right there and in between steps with his feet. Obviously not able to decide, I'm going to go way to my right or I'm going to come in and maybe short hop it.
You can win autographed Angels baseballs brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers by picking who will come up with the Angels' 9th hit tonight. Get complete rules by logging on a hit at kcal9.com. Remember, the contest only runs on games televised by KCAL 9. Here is Wilson Delgado. Wilson takes strike one.
There's an important job right now by Adam Kennedy, too. Nobody has seen this guy work when men on first base. Now he's going to call over his catcher, but Adam Kennedy has to understand he has to set the table right here for many reasons for the guys to be informed of the move. You know, and Steve, they'll have information on the pitcher, his time. Maybe he has a quick step. Maybe he steps off and everything. But right now, real time, as they say, is the one that counts. But you need to really do a good job in getting your lead out there as Adam Kennedy is at first base to pass the information along later on.
I would imagine Trent Durrington, Tom Gregorio, all of Alfredo Amezaga are in there telling all the guys what kind of move he has. But you're right, until you've seen it, you don't know how to react. Kennedy has 18 steals this year, does not go. Delgado sends it foul. Now he's down in the count 0-2, so AK not likely to go. 0-2, always a good pitch out time for Ken Maka. Wilson Delgado, this is his 9th game with the Angels, picked up from the Memphis Ball Club and the St. Louis Cardinals organization. Inside corner, strike three.
Well, a foul ball by Delgado over to his left. He was guessing a little bit on that off speed. Now he is caught looking for the off speed again. And what does he do? He just paints the inside half. Great location. Nice eyes right there, and he got caught looking for that breaking ball, the slow one, or that changeup.
Duchscherer will now tie his right shoe. He made his major league debut with the Texas Rangers in 2001 in 5 games. He had a 12.27 ERA, but that winter Duchscherer was in a terrible car accident in which he was driving in the far right lane and someone in the far left lane came sweeping over to try and make an exit too late and hit his car at 65 miles an hour, and Justin suffered damage to his back, 3 bulging discs in his back, and he said it took him a long time to recover. His wife had to tie his shoes and
put his socks on.
Put his socks on. And he battled back and struggled last year, but this year put it all together when he was finally healthy and was the Pacific Coast League Pitcher of the Year. And we should say congratulations to Justin Duchscherer, because his beautiful wife, who helped him out with his socks and shoes just a couple of years ago when he was hurt, they had their first child, and it was this morning at 8:56 Eastern time in Trenton, New Jersey. Justin Duchscherer became a father for the first time. Congratulations, son Evan.
He's still making her work.
Yep. Well, as soon as the season's over, he'll be staying up late.
Yes, you know that's coming. Wife looking at that baseball schedule. Hey, I know you guys want to go to the playoffs and everything. Good luck, yes, but I do know how far you could go.
Tom Gregorio, and Gregorio swings and misses. The count is 1-1. Tom had a terrific big league debut, so memorable. On Saturday, 2 hits in his first 2 at bats. And this is a guy who was not known for his offense in the minor leagues. In 5 minor league seasons, only hit .244. Time called by Tom. Here's the work on Saturday, Jose.
Never forget this. Look at this. Nice solid flat swing. First base hit. Comes again. Goes the other way. Nice plate coverage. On catching on one thing. I go up the middle one time. They may try to trick me, but I'm staying within myself.
Down low. And first impressions are so important, but Mike Scioscia said when he came to spring camp this year, he made a great first impression because he was such a hard worker, would stay late. They would talk about certain situations, catcher and pitcher and pitch sequences. So just talking to Mike, you know he's got a fan in the Angels manager. Fouled off, and the Angels were sending Adam Kennedy on the play.
Well, Kennedy got one look at least on his moved over there to first base, and in this situation, Gregori goes out for a pitch, got it off the end of the bat. Here, you know, even if you have seen him, you know, Mike Scioscia's one thing he's going to do. A guy like Gregori who's worked so hard in his defense, what does he need to do? How can he help me offensively? Well, he puts the guy in motion. Obviously, he has an idea that if pitches outside, he might try to go the other way, but getting those guys over, getting the bunts down, and being a good situational hitter. Numbers-wise, they'll take care of themselves.
Kennedy does not go, and the hook is in there for strike three. 3 strikeouts for Duchscherer tonight.
We can talk all I want about just how his body does, but look at the location of this curveball. Not only the downward spin, but the follow through and just freezing those knees right there.
Back to the top of the order we go as John Figgins, who fly to left field his first time up, as the A's scouting report has been to pitch Figgins hard up in the strike zone. Try and get him to hit the ball in the air rather than on the ground and use his speed. Down low. Kennedy goes. The pitch is taken. The throw by Hernandez is not in time. Stolen base number 19 for Adam Kennedy.
Nice job, Adam Kennedy. He got a taste of it before on the attempt to steal. Also going back to the bat, but look how far he is already. Nice first step. He's going straight towards that base. A good pitch to throw on, actually, but the ball sails a little bit to the right at Tejada. Nice slide in the backside of the bag by Adam Kennedy. You study the guy at first base, you execute on your way to second base.
Duchscherer misses with that breaking ball, and the count goes 3-0 to Sean Figgins. Jeff DeVannen waiting on deck. Figgins takes. It's ball 4. Good at bat by Sean Figgins. He will walk on 4 pitches from Justin Duchscherer, and the guy who only averaged 1 per 9 innings in the minor leagues has just walked his first of the ball game. Well, on ESPN Radio, if you're out and about tonight, listen in to Terry Smith and Rory Marcus. They do a terrific job on ESPN Radio 710.
Our good old buddies, Socio Terry Smith and Rory Marcus. Very busy man in sports.
And Darren Chan is just above them.
GC.
Working those controls so beautifully. Jeff DeVannen takes ball 1. Duchscherer in the first jam he's had in the ball game. He retired the first 6 he faced, and Adam Kennedy reached on the infield hit. 2 outs. Adam Kennedy stole second base. Figgins walked. Now if Jeff DeVannen can send one, maybe gap one, 2 could score. Side. Duchscherer working DeVannen into a hitter's count, so Miguel Tejada will call time.
Paying attention to a couple of things with Duchscherer. Look at his wrist right here. Might be a little stiffer when he's throwing a breaking ball. You know a breaking ball is going to come. You see right there. It's coming. Something on speed. And here's, as you see the spin, where we will find out, is he a guy that will challenge you a man in scoring position, or if this is where he's going to show his real colors. He's an off-speed type of guy.
The 2-0. Duchscherer will take outside. So Duchscherer, whose command is his strength, has suddenly gone wild as he's thrown 7 straight out of the strike zone. Garrett Anderson is not a man he wants to face with the bases loaded. You might see Duchscherer take twice here with a guy on deck with 108-14 RBIs. Rick Peterson, pitching coach, a little concerned here in the 3rd. There's his strike. Pinks that outside corner, almost guiding the pitch at 81 miles an hour.
That might be Steve, where part of his strength with men in scoring position is to spread the strike zone a little bit more and see how far the hitter will go before he decides, I got to give in a little bit more and come a little bit more over the white.
Big numbers for Jeff in this situation. Duchscherer now steps off, and he wants signs again from Ramon Hernandez.
Another thing, also working with a catcher that you haven't worked a whole lot with, getting a sequence, getting a feel, what combination signs do you want to use. All those things take effect right now, as Ramon Hernandez has done a fantastic job with other young pitchers. Well, here's another one for him.
Inside, ball 4, and he will have to face Garrett Anderson with the bases full of Angels. That is not like Justin at all. I mean, his strength has been controlled. We told you 18 walks this year in 155 innings to 117 strikeouts, but back-to-back walks here.
Well, the Angels have an idea. Here it is again. He's not going to give in. A little break on that little cutter inside. No, sir. I mean, we're not going to spread the zone out right now. And the guy, as you mentioned, average 1 walk per 9 innings, has walked 2. But, Steve, there's one thing that we have to remember about pitching in the big leagues. You can get all the information in the world that you want. Bring it up with you. If your strength in AAA with a tremendous season, no matter where you pitch, if his strength was to spread out the zone a little bit, make the hitters get a little more anxious. Well, he already tried it. Now he knows, hey, maybe the plan can be the same. Maybe go a little bit more to my fastball early in the situation and work off of there with my breaking ball.
Well, he's put himself in a tough bind here because he has the bases loaded. Adam Kennedy at 3rd base, Sean Figgins 2nd base, Jeff Duchscherer first base, and the man who is 2nd highest RBIs in the American League, our Dodge RBI leaders, Garrett Anderson, 10 behind Carlos Delgado. Duchschier's first pitch is a curveball, strike 1. Prior to that, at the last 8 pitches that he threw, only 1 was a strike. Garrett 3 hits last night, including the game winner. He takes barely outside, and he took a lot off on that pitch.
I talked to Garrett before the game. I go, Garrett, what do you look for in a guy that you haven't seen before? He goes, I look fastball and adjust from there. I can't go out there looking breaking ball, but I have to adjust according to what he throws me. But I'm looking fastball anytime.
He'll go breaking ball away from Garrett Anderson. It's 2-1. Back-to-back walks by the rookie Justin Duchscherer, who has not pitched in the big league since 2001. Rick Peterson saw his ace, Tim Hudson, go 7 2/3 last night, pitched brilliantly, and then fall to the Halos 3-1. Anderson sends it back to the screen, and that was a pitch he can drive. It was there for him, and he just got underneath it.
And there it is. That's exactly what Rick Peterson wanted to see. That's what Garrett Anderson wanted to see. Will he challenge it? Well, he just did with one. Hopefully he can make another mistake right here for GA.
Will he go curveball away to the tough left-hander with the bases loaded? Big game for Oakland. They have a game-and-a-half lead on the Seattle Mariners, who have just taken the lead on Texas 2-0 in the 3rd. Anderson slashes it. Chavez with a play. Throw to second. He got him. That's why he wears the gold.
Introducing the California exclusive Hemi Express. However, if you still want to look at a Ford or Chevy, check out behind the woodshed. 345 horsepower Hemi Magnum engine, 20-inch wheels, ground effects, tonneau cover, and Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. The California Hemi Express. Grab life by the horns at your California Dodge dealer.
Hey, bro. How was your day?
Sweet. Old filter what you don't need. Keep what's good. MGD.
A feast for your eyes, your soul, and your right foot. Presenting the 245 horsepower V6 Nissan Altima.
Eric Chavez just saved the day for Justin Duchscherer. A great play to keep this game scoreless going to the bottom of the third. Hey, all kids get into any Tuesday Angels home game for just $3. So gather the kids and head to Edison Field next Tuesday, September 16th, and ask for a view-level child's ticket and pay just $3 per child. Tickets are limited and can only be purchased in select upper view seating sections on the day of the game at the Edison Field box office while quantities last. For detailed information on Tuesday kids nights at Edison Field, visit angelsbaseball.com. When you're in the pennant race, Jose, it seems like a play like that by Eric Chavez can completely change the season. It can change the game. It can keep you with that game-and-a-half lead on Seattle, who's taken the edge on Texas.
You think about a moment to change the momentum, and not necessarily by scoring runs or a base hit, but things like that in which your pitcher goes, my God, I don't have to do it all by myself. I can just let these guys do it for me. Eric Chavez, no wonder he has won that Gold Glove 2 years in a row.
Jermaine Dye now digs in against Chris Bootcheck.
You know, one thing doesn't hurt, Steve, is the fact that also these teams play against each other so much and tendencies develop. And Chavez knows tendencies. Garrett Anderson will spread out and go the other way with authority too. So he gave himself enough depth to make that play.
Jermaine Dye with a base hit to center field. He's coming back. 1 for 16 since coming off the disabled list, where he had separated his shoulder in an unbelievable collision with the Angels' Benji Molina more than a month and a half ago.
And what he's doing is keeping it simple. Look at the hand staying close to the body, just fighting it off. He's not looking for power right now, looking for that timing, getting that foot down on time and just using his hands. And that's the kind of things a veteran player will do when he's been out for a long time.
So now Chris Bootcheck must face Mr. Energy for the Oakland Athletics, Eric Burns. Burns takes low, good block by Tom Gregorio. Burns has only played in 9 of the last 23 games. He had a start in a month of June that was fabulous, and then hit for the cycle on June 29th against San Francisco in their interleague play there. But since that time, he's only hitting 143.
This guy was a candidate for the All-Star game in the American League.
Well, he smashes one to center field for a base hit. Guy will stop at second base. The A's with something cooking here in the last of the third. 2 on, nobody out.
Well, just as the Angels are finding out with Duchscherer, one thing the A's are finding out with Bootcheck is the fact that he will come at you with a fastball. Let's start taking advantage of that. Now comes the top of the order, but the bottom of the order, remember one thing. They've had some time in the dugout to look at how he's working, look at the timing. Buddy Black knows that. You know, guys are always looking from there, passing information along, speed of the fastball. Where's the release point? Maybe if you're looking on top too much, now you look for the quarter, you adjust.
And Chris Bootcheck earlier this year made an adjustment moving to the right side of the rubber, and he said it helped him hide the ball better. Well, he's in trouble here. In his big league debut, he faces Mark Ellis, who he struck out swinging his first time up. He struck out Mark on a high fastball. Mark usually drives that pitch. First pitch breaking ball. Strike one. Mark Ellis came in batting .251. Only 4 hits in his last 24 at bats. The Angels would love to see Mark hit a ground ball right at an Angel infielder and they can turn a double play.
Aggressive in the corners right now, but no showing of bound to that first pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. Last night, Jose, the Oakland Athletics had all kinds of problems. They stranded 11 runners, and 3 times they had a man in scoring position with nobody out and couldn't score. Bunt try by Ellis. It is foul.
Well, one thing Ellis doesn't want to do is give in to the bunt so early. He's mostly trying to bunt for a base hit in a situation like this. He doesn't want to show it too early, but one thing that you will see Anaheim in the corners being fairly aggressive, and Ellis is saying, you know what, I did not show about the first pitch. If I try to do something, I'm going to try to be as perfect as possible, maybe get myself a base hit in this situation.
Ellis, a good 2-strike hitter. Dye with the lead. Burns with the lead. Just does grab a piece of it. Tom Gregorio knows how important this moment is.
Little reminder by Gregorio. Hey, let's go back to the things that you were doing early in the game and just let that release point work for you. A situation like this, let's think about getting this guy out. We already have him where we wanted, 1 and 2. Let's make a good pitch right now.
Guy and Burns on. The Angels had the bases loaded, 2 out, could not score in the top of this inning. Now in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 on, nobody out for Oakland. Bootcheck brings it. And Ellis may have gone around. Yes, he did, and strikes out for the 2nd time.
Just a nice job by Tommy Gregorio. I'm going to give him a lot of credit for many reasons. One of them is going to the mound, just clearing his head a little bit. But look at the execution of the pitch. Gregorio's ready for that ball to go on the ground. Look at him. He drops that one knee, and he knows exactly. These guys are familiar with each other. Look at the foundation right here. He knows exactly what he needs to do to follow that slider, and the path of the breaking ball like this that he's seen before makes it a lot easier for him to call it number 1 and for him to block it if it's going on the ground.
But the Oakland A's need a big hit. They did not get one last night, and the Angels 3-1 victory. Now Arubio Durazo, who doubled his first time up and does not run that well. Bootcheck's key, keep the ball down. You can see Gregorio setting a low target. Eric Chavez said after losing last night 3-1, he said, we're kind of choking on it right now. We're asking our pitchers to do too much.
And as you were saying before, they have had a lot of opportunities.
Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Yes, they have, and they have lost 5 of their last 7. The only helpful thing is Seattle's not playing very well. Seattle has lost 4 of their last 5. Do have a 2-0 lead now in the 4th inning against Texas. Ryan Franklin is on the hill for Seattle tonight against Tony Mounts, who's just called up from the minor leagues. Down low. Durazo, much like Scott Hatterberg, with great discipline at the plate.
Watch Sato. He's got 96 strikeouts, but also 92 walks. He's on base, an impressive 372.
Durazo takes his strike, and I mean, he threw it right to the target. Gregorio had set it up low and away, and Bootcheck hit it low and away. It's 2-1.
Gregorio again with a nice target. Stay low. You're going to miss low. No problem. I'll help you out right here. Give you a nice target. Firm it real well.
Last time he went away, you talked about the arms extended. He's going to stay away here. Better keep it down.
Stay low. That's right.
He does. 3-1. This is the man he wants. The dangerous Eric Chavez is waiting on deck, and Chavez murders right-handers.
3-1 count. Durazo may not be as defensive of a swing right. He has to be fairly aggressive, maybe a longer swing in a situation like this where you have to be very aggressive with your fastball.
Just missing off the corner. Bootcheck has walked, and now Oakland has loaded the bases. But just like last inning, the Angels had their number 3 hitter up, Garrett Anderson, with the bases loaded. GA did his job slashing the baseball, and Eric Chavez, who now steps to the plate, made a brilliant play to get the force at second base. Now Eric will come up with the bases full in the last of the third. Outside.
Maybe not a little harder, maybe just a little less, some more movement in a situation like this where you want your infielder to help you out. Things that happen in the big leagues, things you learn from, is what happened in the previous at bat against Durazo. If I went a little bit too hard, maybe just a little softer right now. Get some movement.
And you just saw those previous numbers on Eric Chavez. 17 of his 25 home runs that this year have been hit against right-handed pitchers. He's only hitting just over 200 against lefties, but has done brilliant against guys throwing from Bootcheck's side. And a great hitter's count for Eric. Fouled out of play. 2-1. Sometimes you just have to trust your stuff. Bootcheck's going to have to here. Facing Oakland A hitters 3 and 4. Eric Chavez and last year's American League Most Valuable Player Miguel Tejada. Terrific numbers with the bases full in his career. In there, just caught the outside corner. It's 2-2.
Yeah, we talk about repeating pitches. Mike Scioscia loves that ability to repeat a pitch in speed-wise, movement-wise, but more importantly, location-wise. Can he do it 2 times in a row? Can he do it 3 times in a row? And pitch what would be considered right now Chavez's weakness, low and away.
Hit sharply. Spezia will get the play at first base. A run will score. Jermaine Dye comes in from third base. That's a nice play by Scott. 2 outs now. And the runners advance to second and third, and Oakland takes the 1-0 lead.
Does the job just putting that ball in play right there. Hard hit shot over to first base. Speed stays with it. We go over the pitch sequence. He misses outside with a breaking ball. Makes the adjustment, tries to come down, overcompensates a little bit, but makes a good pitch in the outer half on Chavez. He goes back away and repeats a nice pitch, comes back in, makes solid contact, gets over there. Hard hit shot. Spezia stayed with it well, and my first thought was, you know, thankfully it was right at somebody.
You're exactly right. That could have been down the line, and it could have been a 3-0 lead. So now Tejada. Tejada came in red hot. I mean, after the All-Star break, hitting .320. Before last night, was hitting .400 the last 3 weeks. And then Tejada went 0 for 4 and started out tonight with a fly ball to right field. So 0 for 5 in this series. And he sends one high in the air and deep to right field. Jeff Devannon is back at the wall. It is off the foul pole. A home run.
Miguel Tejada takes advantage of a high pitch right here by Chris Bootcheck, and one thing Tejada does fairly well. He understands that most of the time when he gets himself out, he's trying to pull the ball. Situation like this, he stays close with the shoulders, goes the other way. The ball stays just fair, no aid by anybody else, but that is one thing about the MVP.
4-0 Oakland, just like that. How many times he came up with the big hits last year on his way to an MVP season. Oakland won 103 games. Would lose in the first round of the playoffs to the Minnesota Twins. So the Angels would march on through New York, Minnesota, and San Francisco to win it all. New York in the American League East. had a 3.5 game lead going into today, and they've kept it by beating Detroit 4-2. Boston, meantime, blasted Baltimore 9-2, that final score, so it's still a 3.5 game edge for the Yankees in the East. Hatteberg hits it in the air to left field. In foul territory, Garrett Anderson will make the catch, but it is one batter too late. Miguel Tejada's 3-run home run has given the Oakland Athletics a 4-0 lead over Chris Bootcheck.
Are you ready? Hit! Whoa! Hit! Whoa! Breaker!
Oh, excuse me.
The ML350, with optional seating for 7, has arrived.
This is going to be exciting. Angels every night you'll see on KCAL 9, the best TV.
Miss it and you'll be so sad. There's lots of money up for grabs.
Celebrities that look so fine. They're playing games on KCAL 9.
You can play and guess the clues. It's even fun if they should lose. Pyramid.
Family Feud and Hollywood Squares.
Pyramid.
Family Feud and Hollywood Squares. Come and watch the fun and games with some of TV's biggest names.
You won't want to miss a beat
because these game shows are really neat.
Well, I think the outside is sometimes a reflection of what's inside, but ultimately, you know, what's really important is the dirt you can't see. Like some gasolines will leave dirt on my intake valves. That's why I like a gas that helps keep my my engine clean and running well, like Chevron with Techron. Because otherwise the outside doesn't matter much, does it?
Help keep vital engine parts clean. Chevron with Techron.
What can one do?
The A's have a 4-0 lead over the Anaheim Angels. Steve Physiak with Jose Mota. Miguel Tejada has won an American League Most Valuable Player for a reason. He comes up with big hits.
He's outstanding. You see the coverage right there. A guy that wants to be in the moment. The way he goes is the way the A's go.
Well, we've got to talk with Alan Massengale, and he's got some KCAL 9 sports for us. Alan?
That's right. Coming up on the Big Show 10:45, Fizz. You know a little bit about Pac-10 football. USC looking to go to 3-0 against Hawaii this week. We're going to hear from Pete Carroll. Also, they got problems at UCLA at the quarterback situation. They're running out of guys. Let's send it back out to you.
Thank you so much, Alan. You're the best. We'll look forward to that tonight. We're here at Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California. Chris Bootcheck roughed up in the 3rd inning. 4 runs allowed. Almost got out of it, but that guy got him big, sending one down the line. Home run. And for Miguel, home run number 25 this year, tying his teammate Eric Chavez. Justin Duchscherer, meantime, has himself a lead. And this guy was the top pitcher in the Pacific Coast League this year at 14-2 with an earned run average of 3.25. Salmon takes the hook in there. Strike 2.
It was a nice job. He's committed a little bit early right here. Freezes Salmon again. Look at his back, and he's like thinking that thing's going to go right at him with a fastball. And late snapper.
And Salmon rips the next pitch into center field for a base hit. So the Angels have their 2nd hit of the ball game and their first that has reached the outfield. Tonight's Edison trivia question is, when was the last time the Angels won a road season series at Oakland? I know you know this answer, Jose,
but I won't admit it.
No, what you have to do is
here.
When we give the question the next time, you have to reveal your answer before it is revealed graphically.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
Okay, now I know.
You waited until they gave it last night. You cheated.
Don Baylor? Who would know Don Baylor?
Oh, come on. I knew you knew the answer. But you just wanted to be sure. You're probably one of those guys that on the crossword puzzles you look back at the back page, so you oh that's the answer.
That was
you want to make sure before you write it in. Spezio pops it up. Juan Hernandez makes the catch. One out.
But approach Justin Duchscherer a little bit different than the A's are approaching Chris Bootcheck for many reasons. One of them, the more obvious one, he is not going to throw that fastball right down the middle a little bit when he needs to, but he will challenge you occasionally. Bootcheck, a little different pitcher, more aggressive with his fastball. Made a mistake on Tejada right there, but right now you adjust according to what you see. But one thing you have to do is be able to make him throw that breakable. If you sit on it, get a good swing on it.
Sean Wooten will foul it off right side.
There's one swing right there which Sean had seen it before. He said if he's going to throw it, at least I have an idea, the downward break, the speed of it, and just think about your hands, not your body.
Wooten sends it foul again. That time he zipped his fastball, added about 3 miles an hour to it, lowered the location a little bit. You have to throw 95 miles an hour to get major league hitters out.
Wood's going to do one thing. He's going to make sure, not looking up with a big scenario, look down just in that strike zone and react to the pitch where it is. Don't make it too big on yourself.
Came in on Sean. Struck out Wooten on a big curveball his first time up.
What happens is you start looking for the break. You see the break early. Your body starts moving. Your head starts moving. Before you know it, it's in the strike zone. You knew it was going to be a strike, but your body is not ready to react to it.
Curveball got him.
Talk about it and talk about it, and he knows it's coming. You know what? Here's one thing we find out from him too. Look at the sign by Hernandez. Curveball, yes, but also location. I'm going to tell you where I want it because I know you can put it there for me. I'm going to give you that kind of confidence. What does he do? Follow through right with it.
Hernandez didn't even move his glove.
He can do that with certain guys, and Hernandez is finding out there's one guy he can do it with. He can go curveball most times and just react to the pitch and the break. But with a guy like this, with the reports say Hernandez hasn't caught him a whole lot other than spring training, but location is one thing you can do with a guy. And when he sees that, he goes, obviously he knows something about me that worked in AAA. I'm going to just follow him.
Adam Kennedy takes high and outside. And it's not like Duchscherer has too much pressure on him. All he has to do is replace Mark Mulder and get the A's to the playoffs.
They're hoping he can replace Mark Mulder. Oh, man.
Not fair, is it? Mulder went out with a hip injury about a month ago. Ground ball hit to second base. Ellis will go to first and get a K. The Angels done in the fourth. Oakland takes a 4-0 lead to the bottom of the fourth.
Get ready.
Some cars promise more horsepower. Some promote cleaner air. The new Ford Focus PZEP does both. It has practically zero emissions and a more powerful engine. It also has a great coverage plan. It's cleaner and meaner. And you get 0% for 5 years or cash back. Focus. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Ooh.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's the only place to find all the great brands. Everything from GE to Thomasville. Names you know that will give your home the look you've always dreamed of. To beautify any bath or kitchen, consider the sophistication of Moen faucets. Their large assortment of designs can add style and quality to your home. Only one place has these distinctive styles from Moen, as well as helpful advice and guaranteed everyday low prices. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
World champion Anaheim Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your Southern California Chrysler dealer. Buy or lease today. And by Project Pollution Prevention. Call 1-888-CLEAN-LA. Steve Pizziak, Jose Mota in Northern California. Chris Bootcheck making his major league debut. He finds himself down 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. A 4-run third inning highlighted by Miguel Tejada's 3-run home run, his 25th blast this year. Jose Guillen will lead it off, sends a ground ball to Wilson Delgado. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Here's a great opportunity, Steve. First big league start. A rough inning before. He faced 7 batters, but everybody's looking to see how do you react to that inning. What do you bring right here? What's your composure like, your demeanor? You gonna let all bother you? You're gonna be tentative, or are you gonna continue to be aggressive and make adjustments? Because he was up in the zone that 3rd inning, comes back and gets a ground ball right away, but always watching and grading what kind of guy is this going to be. What is he made of?
Well, they pitched so well since the All-Star break after a very difficult first half that would, well, hurt anybody's confidence. That ball is hit and hit a mile to deep left field, and Ramon Hernandez hits his 19th home run this year.
Well, there's no question big league hitters will make you pay for mistakes, and right here he tried to roll a little breaking ball that didn't do enough. Hernandez, the catcher, he knows what it takes. He's seen the spin once before when he struck out. Just sat on it, stayed that close on that shoulder, follows through and just does not miss it one bit. No doubt it was out of here.
Jermaine Dye comes up as Ramon Hernandez hits one well over 400 feet. Garrett Anderson went back a couple of steps and then said, you know what? I think I'll go back to my position. This ball is blasted deep left field and way out of here.
Oakland A's not known so much for the slugging, but as you can see right here, situation in which they're just rolling along from what they saw in that 3rd inning has carried over now into the 4th inning against Bootcheck this time. Jermaine Dye, as I was talking about before, get that timing down. Now he sees a mistake up in the zone. I can get some extension, and why not? Don't have to be defensive anymore. I feel comfortable enough. My timing's coming back, and I just got to swing as hard as I can. This team will need Jermaine Dye's power.
A guy who's had great years, hit 60 home runs over 2 seasons with the Kansas City Royals, but then injuries with Oakland have cost him. But he could be a big add in their late season push as they try and fight off the Seattle Mariners. And the Mariners have just gone up 4-0 on Texas in the 5th inning. Eric Burns takes low and outside. Burns with the base hit his first time up. Greg Jones starts to warm up for the Halos. Well, Mike Scioscia's been thinking about a 6-man rotation over the final weeks of the season, but he's not decided if it's going to be Chris Bootcheck or Kevin Gregg, who won his first big league game on Saturday. High fastball misses. Ball 4, so Bootcheck a little rattled here after giving up back-to-back home runs and then a walk. Out comes Buddy Black.
Well, Buddy Black's going to get a feel as to how Bootcheck feels right here. I mean, he's down few runs, but in this situation, you know, look at him in the eye. He knows, he wants to see how the kid's going to react. He wants to know what's left out there in the tank, and just to have an idea as to work with your catcher, foul that glove a little bit better. You know, we trust you out there. You're here for a reason. Show us what you can do still. You know, forget about the scoreboard. And one more thing, and most important thing, Steve, is your most important pitch is not in the past, is this next one right here coming up.
Well, tonight's Edison trivia question was, when was the last time the Angels won a road season series at Oakland?
I won't say it until I see it.
Come on. No, you've got to say it.
1997.
You are correct, sir. And what you get is you get the new lounge suite. 6-0. Oakland has the lead on 3 home runs, a 3-run blast by Tejada, 2 solo shots. The infield ground out, gave them their first run.
Steve's out from Tahiti today.
Yes.
A suite. Not too bad around here right now.
Well, you're guessing right. Knowledge is power, you know.
Never stop learning. That's Chris Bootcheck right now. Never stop learning. Here's a guy that was not called up when the season was over in AAA. He was already in Phoenix at his home. He's here in the big leagues after a late call.
Base hit left field. So that is 4 straight A's that have reached 2 home runs, a walk, and now a line single from Mark Ellis. And Mike Socha, I believe, will make a change. Bootcheck threw 70 pitches in this ball game. He did not get out of the 4th inning. Goes 3 1/3 innings. Well, it's not the way he wanted his major league debut to go, but this is just number 1.
That's right, Lee. You want to be able to have an opportunity to say, you know what, not the way I wanted it to go, but I got some things to learn.
Of all the places you could throw something out, a trash can works best. Because everything that's thrown in the street can wash down storm drains and end up in the ocean. So keep our neighborhoods and beaches clean. Can it? To talk trash, call 1-888-CLEAN-LA.
What do you see when you look at people? At AmeriQuest Mortgage, we see more than an easy label and a credit score. We see homeowners with commitment and the courage to keep dreaming. At AmeriQuest, we see you.
To reach new goals, pay off credit cards, and lift your spirits, call 1-800-297-2067 or go to AmeriQuest.com now.
Call AmeriQuest, the company that knows you are more.
Thanks for letting me bring Fifi.
Oh, anything for you, baby. I'd give you the moon, the stars, and the ultimate love potion. Ice cold Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Don't worry, I got him. Ooh.
A rough debut for Chris Bootcheck. Knocked around for 6 runs, and this one long from over, but 7 hits allowed, 3 1/3 innings, and the A's have 2 on base that belong to Chris. So Greg Jones will try and get him out of any further damage from happening, and Rubio Durazo will try and knock those runners in. It's Burns at second base, Mark Ellis first base. Durazo takes in the dirt. Greg Jones had good numbers in the minor leagues, came up, and he has pitched in 13 games in the bigs with a 3.5 ERA.
Got a good arm. Also, the strikeouts, 22 and 20 1/3 innings. It's one thing that he depends on because he can really get that slurve over, but he needs that fastball to establish it.
Right now, he is missed with the fastball. That one at 92 miles an hour.
He's the guy that mechanically he needs to be right, I would say almost 100% of the time, because with his fastball, sometimes it runs, sometimes it'll sink, sometimes it'll cut in. But everything depends on that front foot, how he's landing, how that hand is following through.
This is low, 3-0.
Jones does have a good one too. He's just not a thrower. This guy's 92, 93 miles an hour.
Angels received great pitching last night. 5 innings, 1 run allowed by Aaron Seeley, the starter. And then the bullpen did the rest. Weber, Rodriguez, Percival shut out baseball and for 4 innings, and they struck out 5. Now the Angels hope Greg Jones can keep him quiet. It's a 3-1 count to a Rubio Durazo. Down low, ball 4.
Jones has talked to me a lot about his arms, his fingers. Where is it? Where am I releasing? And one thing that I saw here, it is maybe he is shortcutting the ball a little bit more, maybe cutting his arm a little bit more and not getting that extension that he needs to let it flow from his arm, get that natural movement on his fastball that helps his breaking ball get over for a strike.
This is a dangerous time in the ball game. Base is full. The Angels still in it, but down by 6. And Chavez makes it even worse as he drives in at least 2 more. Durazo races to third. Will be held there. It is 8-0, and you can slam the book closed on Chris Bootcheck. 8 runs allowed and 3 in the third.
Rough start for Bootcheck, and Jones trying to do a job, but also Chavez trying to do a job. He knows the sequence. He saw the lefty before him. What is he going to try to do? Get him with that fastball. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Now it's more down the line because of the speed and the angle of that pitch compared to Bootcheck, and the good extension by Chavez, who, as he mentioned, Steve, talked about struggling offensively. He has carried the load.
Has he ever? 3 RBIs in this game. Tejada 3 RBIs. Chavez and Tejada since the break have carried this offense. Down low. They've knocked in 6 of the team's 8 runs, and here comes Miguel. What a great story this young man is. Miguel Tejada, just 26 years old. He is from Los Barracones, Dominican Republic. And Los Barracones means obstacles of great danger. And that is what this young man suffered growing up. I mean, he had to work to raise money for the family, shine shoes from age 4, I understand, to age 8. Dropped out of school at the age of 11. Really worked hard. And then his mom on Christmas Day would pass away in his sleep. Just some tragic circumstances by Miguel Tejada, but it shows the inner strength of this young man. He kept his family together, and he continued to work on his baseball career and just march his way to the major leagues and winning the MVP last year. Free agent in the offseason. Love those stories of courage and strength, and they are all about Miguel Tejada.
So involved in the community. He's handicapped over where he's from, over in Los Barracones and small town of Bani, where Christian Guzman is from, over in Dominican Republic.
Pop foul. Spezia with the chase, but he'll run out of room.
Steele works out with the guy that developed him into a player. He does not go to the capital, to a fancier ballpark. He stays over in Bani. The guy that developed him from the time he was about 13 till the time when he signed is the guy that he works out every morning in the offseason. Not with brand new baseballs either. Not in a beautiful, luxurious ballpark, but the one where he made himself a player. He wants to remember that.
When you come from those circumstances, you remember and you give back.
I was there. Let me tell you, it's rocks everywhere. He's out there taking ground balls, and you're going, look at that bright uniform. That's a big league player.
Well, he will walk here to load the bases. So Jones laboring here in the 4th inning. And the 9th Oakland Athletic to bat in this 4th inning will come to the plate.
Right here defensively, you got to be real tough mentally. You got to try to pick your pitcher up any way that you can. You see him struggling out there. Your starter, your reliever, just trying to keep this ball game within reach at this point. Just defensively, you can let your guard down. Bootcheck knows he wants to pick himself up too, wants to pick up his teammates, give that support. But Bootcheck has to understand one thing. Not every big league career has started with a shutout or 7 shutout innings or you know, 3 hits and 9 innings and things like that. Just remember, there's one first step.
Hatterberg did not go. Well, this inning started rather innocently with Bootcheck on the mound, and he got Jose Guillen on a ground ball to short. But then Hernandez drove one 400 feet into the seats. Jermaine Dye did the same thing. A walk, a single, a walk, a double, a walk. And all of a sudden it is 8-0, and the bases are still loaded for the A's. And again, there's just one man out. DeRozzo at third. Chavez at second. Tejada first. Outside. A's with 84 wins this year, 60 losses, and they have a terrific home record. They have had a hard time away from Network Associates Coliseum, 4 under 500. Down low. But Oakland is 50 and 22 in this ballpark this year.
Well, last night's loss to the Angels right here in a terrific game. The Angels snapping their 8-game winning streak here at home. It was a huge difference for them, especially with the pitching.
Popped him up. Shallow center field. A chance for DeRozzo with his speed. Delgado will make the catch, and they'll stay loaded. Ken Maka loves it at the net. What they've done on the road, that really surprised me because they were such a good road team last year. Well, they've got half of their last 18 at home.
Try to pile them up at home when you can. I mean, take advantage of it. They're doing it tonight.
And you really can't say anybody has the edge, because everybody has to play Texas and Anaheim and Oakland and Seattle the rest of the way.
Everybody has to get what? Get those 27 outs for a victory, at least. Doesn't matter where you play, who you're playing, at what time, what the weather's like. There's one thing that's common. Get those 27 outs.
And you wonder if it's going to come down to the last 3 games of the season. Oakland is at Seattle the last 3 games of the year. It's a good time to be watching baseball. Come on out to the ballpark next week when the Angels are back in town to host these Oakland Athletics. That ball hit sharply, but Wooten has it. He'll go to second base, get the force. But trouble for the Halos. They gave up 4 in the third and 4 more in the fourth.
Stakes up in the strike zone. Nice job by Hernandez on the extension, and this guy follows through and again putting some power on the board.
At Philip Morris USA, we understand that people want to know what actions we're taking on important tobacco issues. We'd like to show you some of what we're doing. We've voluntarily removed our ads from the back covers of all magazines and significantly reduced our magazine advertising. And we continue to be the major sponsor of the We Card program that trains clerks to check for ID to help prevent kids from buying cigarettes. To date, over 900,000 We Card training and resource kits have been distributed to retailers nationwide. And on our website, you can access the Parent Resource Center that offers practical information and advice from experts on how parents can talk to their kids about not smoking. You'll also find information on the serious health effects of smoking and links to sites that can help smokers quit. For more information, visit philipmorrisusa.com or call for a printed copy of excerpts from our website.
I can't believe it. I've got DSL. Whoa.
Finally, high-speed DSL is within everyone's reach. Add SBC Yahoo DSL to your home phone service for just $29.95 a month, guaranteed. One more way, we bring it all home.
Located along the coastline of Laguna Beach, the oceanfront Montage Resort and Spa offers ultra-luxury accommodations with breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. Visit MontageLagunaBeach.com or call 1-888-715-6700. Welcome back to Network Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California. You see the 4 spots on the board by the Oakland Athletics in the 3rd and 4th innings. Justin Duchscherer now will face Wilson Delgado. He goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Shortstop Miguel Tejada. 1 out.
Very easily in a situation like this, as a batter, you want to say, I'm going to start taking pitches. This guy has a reputation of throwing strikes. This is a great opportunity to just swing the bats, keep plugging away as you can. He's going to give you stuff to hit. You take advantage of it. Do not lose your aggressiveness at the plate by looking at the scoreboard.
But should Duchscherer throw more fastballs and maybe change his pattern?
Absolutely not. There's no reason for that. If something is working, don't change it. If anything, in a situation where you got to, maybe you struggle with your command and the breaking ball's not working, go to a fastball, but pick the situation. If it's working right now with the breaking ball, the changeup, don't change.
Duchscherer will face Tom Gregorio here, the number 9 hitter for the Angels, struck out looking his first time up.
And the other question comes from some people in baseball saying, well, he's got a challenge. I mean, 8-0. 8-0 can turn on you like this. No reason to just say, I'm going to start piping some fastball here. Hit him.
Foul back. Texas has scored a run. It's 4-1 now in the 6th inning. Seattle with the lead. Oakland with a game-and-a-half edge on Seattle coming into this contest tonight. Good curveball in there, and Gregorio strikes out. Our Major League Baseball news and notes of this ball game. And throughout the day, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays signed their top draft pick from Southern California. Delmon Young signs a 5-year deal with Tampa Bay. The American League Central battle continues. The White Sox won the first game last night, and Chicago is leading, and it is over. The White Sox beat the Minnesota Twins 8-6, the final score there.
Well, the White Sox have done what they needed to do, and they've now won 6 in a row against Minnesota. Talk about just taking control of the situation where you need to win. Well, with the additions they have with Everett and Alomar, those are the results you want too. Bartolo Colon showing a lot by throwing a complete game, getting out of jams last night.
Mark Burley went tonight. How about Carlos Pulido? That's who started for Minnesota.
What a story.
He made his first major league start since 1994. Where has he been?
He threw a tremendous game from the bullpen the other day against the Angels.
Sean Figgins flies out to center field. A 1-2-3 inning for Justin Duchscherer. 8-0 Oakland.
You think about the philosophy that cars are driven by people. How everything you do, therefore, is and always will be about safety. You think about that, then you build not just the safest car you can, but a whole family of them. The 2004 Volvos. At your Volvo retailer now.
The world champion Anaheim Angels will play 59 night games at home this year. For all you stats fans, that's at least 531 innings, 148 hours of fastballs, curveballs, changeups, and sliders, and more than 17,000 high fives.
Now here's some color commentary. Last one to leave always hits the lights.
Your world champion Anaheim Angels and their energy advisor, Southern California Edison, remind you conserving energy starts at home. Two-hit shutout through 5 for Justin Duchscherer. Angel fans, join us as we head south to Baja, Mexico aboard Carnival Cruise Lines for our second annual Angels Fan Cruise. An exclusive offer from AAA Travel. Join Angels alumni, coaches, and select players and staff on a 3-night cruise sailing January 16th through the 19th, 2004. Call 888-874-7222 to book your cruise today. Prices start from $293 per person, including port charges. Rate quote is based on double occupancy in Category 4A cabin. Taxes are additional. Some restrictions may apply. Greg Jones will face Ramon Hernandez, who hit a home run against Chris Bootcheck in his last at bat. Jones brings that snapper in there, and it's strike 2.
Yeah, as we talk about Bootcheck, also why he got the opportunity to start today. Our condolences with Ramon Ortiz and the passing of his father. Ramon, obviously, right now in the Dominican Republic. I got to talk to him yesterday, and you know, he said, my dad was sick for so long, and it hurts to see him go, but I know he's in good hands.
Well, no question, and Ramon talked so wonderfully about his father Alfonso, growing up in the Dominican Republic, a very large family, and Ramon does really a wonderful job with his family. I mean, they've got a chicken farm there. He's got pigs. He's got goats.
Oh yes. We go to New York, he'll invite us to his family's place over there. One of his brothers works out there, and just, what do you want to eat today? I mean, just treat you to a feast. I mean, he's a wonderful guy. Pray for he and his family, and hope to see him soon.
Now, every time that he knew a game would be going back to the Dominican Republic, he'd come over and say, hey, Steve, can you say hi to my pop tonight? Poppy. Ramon Hernandez grounds out to third base. Scott Speezy with a nice dig at first base.
No question about those hands by Scott Speezy. No question about the hands by Sean Wooten. Hey, you make a long throw like this, He's short hopping sometimes, but you expect a little bit of help over there in the big leagues. Also, they make some bad throws, kids. Don't worry about it, but somebody is right there to pick you up. You work together as a team from the first out to the last out. You can't expect to be perfect, but you're there on the field. You're picking each other up. And Sean Woodson right now, he's not happy with that throw, but he knows he needs to make adjustments. Or he knows somebody's there to help him out.
Strike one from Greg Jones. Guy pops it up. Foul territory. Gregorio over. It's out of reach. Well, maybe Jermaine Dye is beginning to get Fortune smile his way. He was hitting the ball sharply and had nothing to show for it. And of course, we talked about the collision with Benji Molina where he separated his shoulder. But he got a base at his first time out, hit a home run in his last time up. And then when you see a foul ball struck that's just out of the reach of a catch, you go, maybe Fortune's smiling on him now.
With the way he started today, going on the inside out swing, getting the good timing down, then getting a home run.
Well, maybe not.
Not able to get this one. That's good pitch execution right there. Talk about executing a pitch, make an adjustment where he lands and where he ends. Look at that nice follow through by Jonesy. And you can see right there. Get those hands snapping. That's where you want to see that finish, that spin.
2 outs for number 9 hitter Eric Burns. Burns has been on twice with a single and a walk, and Eric takes down low. Ball 1. Burns now 27 years old. He's from Mountain View High School. And when they had the interleague play between the A's and the Giants, Burns said all of his friends and family would show up at Pac-Bell Park, and most of them were Giant fans. So he said he got up there and he got booed by his family, and well, maybe it wasn't his family, but his friends. Burns lines out and ends it.
Two years ago, Ford recreated Thunderbird. Part sculpture, part road machine. Everybody wanted one, but it was hard to get. Not anymore. For a short time, Ford has made owning the dream surprisingly easy. Thunderbird. If you thought the legend had passed you by, look again.
A historic moment of decision in California. Stay with Dave Bryan and the experience of KCAL9's political coverage team. We'll track the issues and the candidates all the way to the October vote. Continuing Recall California coverage on KCAL9 News.
After years of analyzing, refining, and perfecting, Lexus engineers had to face the most difficult challenge of all: letting go. Introducing the new, more powerful ES330. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Special interests have a stranglehold on Sacramento. Here's how it works. Money comes in, favors go out, the people lose. We need to send a message. Game over. If you want to change this state, then join me.
World champion Anaheim Angels baseball on KCAL9 is brought to you by Lexus and the new, more powerful ES330. By Carl's Jr. for the great taste of charbroiled burgers. The name of the game is Carl's Jr. We welcome you back to Network Associates Coliseum, where it has been all Oakland A's. Justin Duchscherer has been terrific. The 25-year-old right-hander from Lubbock, Texas, through 5 innings, has 2 hit the Halos. Jeff Devannon will lead things off. He'll be followed by Garrett Anderson, then Tim Salmon. It up left side. Jose Guillen pulls it down for the first out of the 6th.
Well, you've got hitters thinking many things right now. Is he going to challenge me with a fastball? Is he going to spot it well? Is he going to continue with that changeup and that curveball? And what you have is sometimes hitters get a little over anxious and take too big of swings in a situation in which it's better off, and of course it looks easier from up here, Steve, but you're better off just backing off a little bit, thinking contact, let the speed dictate what you do and how far that ball goes.
I've been impressed with what I've seen from Justin Duchscherer, and you wonder why he was traded in 2001 from the Boston Red Sox to Texas for Doug Mirabelli, a backup catcher, and then for infielder Luis Vizcaíno, going from Oakland to Texas to acquire Justin. He went through the health problems we talked about before the 2002 season. But a brilliant year this year, and he has a terrific idea on how to pitch.
Well, sometimes those health problems will make you develop parts of your game mechanically that maybe you were not going to develop before that. And in that respect, not to say negatively, but it helped him to at least understand a feel for pitching, a feel for what pitch I need to develop, what my follow through needs to be, what my mechanics needs to be like, because with back problems, of course, he would have to adjust mechanically a lot.
Garrett rolls one to Tejada. He one-hands, and look how quickly he got that out of his glove.
There's a lot of talk between Tejada and Chavez when Chavez made that great play before on Garrett Anderson. Well, one of the things Tejada was saying is, watch out, because he'll try to go the other way and slap it, and Tejada does a nice job anticipating right here with a guy that is throwing strikes and being ready to make the plays. Boy, that first step is so important. I mean, you're thinking about backhand, you think about going to your glove side, but also that first step coming in makes a difference between a bang-bang play in and out.
Duchscherer comes right back with a big breaking curveball at 69 miles an hour to Tim Salmon. Derek Turnbow has started to warm up in the Angels pen. He likely will come out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fastball stays high. Well, the Angels will not win the West and make the playoffs this year. They have suffered so many injuries, but management clearly has an idea of what the team has and what they do not have. On this trip, Ken Force was here. Bill Stoneman is the general manager. Gary Sutherland. Ken Force's birthday was yesterday, by the way, the assistant general manager of the team.
We sure miss Preston Gomez.
And we hope to see him in the near future. Preston used to be right in that clubhouse in Mike Scioscia's offense, just lending an ear. Mike had a question about managing, but you've got to have those great ones. Sparky Anderson talked in just wonderful ways about Preston Gomez and the leadership he gave Sparky earlier in his managerial career.
Preston's not afraid to express, in all honesty, a baseball opinion to help the ball club.
That's what he knows best. Tejada. Two wonderful plays by Miguel to get Garrett Anderson and Tim Salmon, and Duchscherer shutout baseball through the 6th.
Tell them what he could win, Jim.
A brand new car. The Mercedes-Benz C230 Sport Coupe comes with a supercharged engine, optional panorama glass roof, and 6-speaker stereo system.
Wow. Now, Phil, this Mercedes could be yours if you could guess the first number of the price. Is it a 2 or a 4? For the car? It's a 4, Mom! Is it a 4? What's that number?
Around here, things aren't always what you'd expect. Like the Mercedes-Benz C230 Sport Coupe starting at $27,260.
Woo! Draft day, baby! This is our year! In the first round, the Oakland Raiders select Antenna Ball.
Hey, Raiders fans, now when you buy any large combo at Jack in the Box, you'll get a free Raiders Antenna Ball.
He's kind of small. He's free.
Where you're going, you'll need stuff like this. And if you expect to graduate in 4 years, you'll need this. Call now and you'll get a PC that works hard and plays hard when you upgrade to a compact Presario with Intel Pentium 4 processor plus monitor and HP color printer. For only $499 after rebates, you'll email photos, play games, listen to music, and, oh yeah, do schoolwork. Call today and get free shipping and compact notebooks from $699. When it really matters, choose compact.
Our Chrysler game summary, the Angels down by 8 to Oakland. Tejada hits a 3-run home run. Hernandez and Dye go back-to-back. And Justin Duchscherer has been the rest of the story.
Yes, he has. I mean, you look at what the game summary shows in the graphics. Location, curveball, change of pace, so that breaking ball. Location with his fastball, penning the inside half on Delgado. Location again. Nice change of pace of that breaking ball. Nice rotation. Also the power package. And Tejada with number 1. Hernandez with number 2. No doubt about it. And number 3 putting the seal. Jermaine Dodge.
The new pitcher for the Angels, the third one tonight, Derek Turnbow. This will be his 6th game this year, a sparkling 1.69 earned run average. He had an ERA of 0.00 in AA, and then got roughed up a little bit in AAA. But this is a guy with tremendous power in that right arm.
I'll say it again. Unfortunate for Bootcheck, not the start that he wanted, but these are the guys that have to get you excited about the future of Angels, along with a guy like Bobby Jensen. Why? Well, power arms, guys that have an idea, guys that will learn a lot from those guys down in the minor leagues that have brought him along, you know, like a Rich Bombard. Now they get to Buddy Black and talk at this level. What happens? What kind of adjustments do I have to make to be successful?
Turnbow throws one at 97, but in the dirt, a new left fielder for the Angels. It is Adam Riggs in for Garrett Anderson. Anderson has played in every single game this year. The only other Angel to do that, or the last to do that, Don Baylor, so beautifully answered by Jose Modi yesterday, and that ball is belted to left field, and Adam Riggs gets a test right away and runs it down. How many times does that happen? You come into the ball game, you know they're going to hit it at you.
I'll be able to say, you know, they put me in here for a reason. I better be ready no matter what happens. And the other thing about Adam Riggs in the situation is, look who's throwing. Maybe you go with the idea that nobody's going to turn on Turnbow right here, but no, absolutely not. You're hitting against guys that have an idea what to do any pitch. And we talked about Mark Ellison turning on that fastball. He didn't get extension on that one, but a guy that wants to pull that fastball.
So does this guy, Rubio Durazo. He has doubled and walked twice tonight. Taps it foul. Garrett Anderson came in with 3 hits last night, raising that batting average to .317, but 0 for 3, and it was his play back in the 3rd inning that may be the difference in the ball game. Bases loaded. Looked like Garrett was going to send one through the left side and drive in 2 runs, but Eric Chavez made a tremendous play. Dove, stole the ball, got to force at second base, got out of the jam. At that time it was a 0-0 game, and the A's would score 8 runs. And these two teams have played great games in the past. And this is one of the rare runaways.
Once in a while you get one of these right here.
They have, what, the last 28 games. 14 of the last 28, half of them have been decided by 1 run.
That'll keep you on the edge as a manager, as a pitching coach, or a bullpen. Situational hitting, execution, those things count. The A's have had a lot of success as of late because of that. See where they were at the end of August and how far they've come. And we say how far because, I mean, it wasn't easy for them to get it where they're at. Especially losing a guy like Mark Mulder. What they've had to do to plug some holes on off days, move the rotation along to get Hudson some starts, and Zito not pitching at his best.
Uh-oh.
He's stuck.
We got trouble in the left field stands.
There's a Velcro around there. I think he got stuck right there.
And his wife's saying, well, honey, I still love you. That was trouble. Raza does not go on the low fastball at 97. Turnbow has explosive stuff.
He does. He have a good fastball, 95, 97. And yesterday he told me I need to get more consistent with my changeup. I said, what? That too? He goes, yeah, my changeup. I really need to develop that to pitch up here. He knows what he needs to do.
Went off speed there. There was the changeup you talked about. And how about that on a 3-2 count?
And just when you think he's going to come with a fastball 8-0, opportunity for him to work on something in a situation nobody's on, and he's got a guy like Durazo, very select guy, and needs like little changeup right there.
Well, after going 82 miles an hour, this is where you want to be able to locate your fastball. Located up in the strike zone a bit, and Riggs can only watch it drift into the seats, and we'll try it again at 3-2.
Still, he tried to slow down his bat a little bit with that changeup. Comes with a hard fastball. Durazo's going to be late on it. as you said, location right here becomes even more importantly. Just if you're going to go outside, don't be tentative, be aggressive with it.
Goes right back away. He has stayed away from Duchscherer this whole at bat, and that's where Rubio likes it.
He likes to stay out there. He likes to get that extension on the arms, and a better chance for Duchscherer to catch up with it is if it's high in the zone. Anything waist and up, he'll make better contact. Anything down, he has more trouble with it.
Good pitch. Ground ball. Adam Kennedy has it. His toss is in time. Duchscherer is out. Well, he kept it down in the strike zone, and Rubio couldn't do much with it. Select seats in the Toyota Terrace are only $5 for the Oakland Series next Monday, September 15th through Wednesday, September 17th. How about that? Tickets are limited and can only be purchased at the Edison Field box office the day of each game while quantities last. For more information on this great ticket offer, visit angelsbaseball.com.
The Toyota Terrace is just marvelous back there. Plus, remember, you can get into the stadium 2 hours before the game, watch a little BP, see these players as they prepare.
Who do you like watching batting practice?
I love to watch Garrett Anderson because of the routine he has and going up the middle, not pulling the ball, just letting the ball jump off his bat. He's very disciplined, what we call an educated batting practice, not a home run hitting contest. And you know, when he went into the Derby, home run derby, many people were saying, well, you know, he's not a guy that hits home runs in batting practice and so forth. I said that'll be the guy that'll shock you right there, because I saw Luis Gonzalez do the same thing in Seattle back in 2001. Nobody expected Luis Gonzalez to come out there and win the Derby, but you know what? Those guys get into a groove. And also Garrett had some advice from Troy Glaus, and Troy said, you know what? The best you can do is treat it like a BP. Don't try to hit it out.
Yeah. Well, you know, he didn't hit any like 450 feet, but he had enough distance to get over the wall and win it. Alex Rodriguez called him the quiet assassin, and he did just that, stealing the home run derby. Well, the Oakland Athletics have an 8-0 lead, but Turnbow had a nice 6th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2003 American League.
Some opportunities are too good to pass up. The Nissan Sentra.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Frank. If you feel the spirit, you got to let me hear it. Hallelujah. Vamos. Mi corazón es como un oso. Ay, por favor.
Talk till you can talk no more.
If you like it, take a walk.
Get unlimited nationwide SBC long distance calling for just $20 a month, guaranteed. One more way, we bring it all home.
Some cars promise more horsepower. Some promote cleaner air. The new Ford Focus PZEV does both. It has practically zero emissions and a more powerful engine. It also has a great coverage plan. It's cleaner and meaner. And you get 0% for 5 years or cash back. Focus. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
The A's lead the Angels 8-0 going to the 7th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Anaheim Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels. Here at Network Associates Coliseum, the Angels won game 1 3-1. Justin Duchscherer is throwing a shutout through 6 innings, and boy, he got crossed up with Ramon Hernandez, who looked like he was looking for something completely different. Jose
Hernandez going, hey, my man, wait a minute, just throw it right here. I don't want to move that much. We score a lot of runs for you. Hey, wait a minute, there's nobody at second base. So what was the crossover about? Oh, protect that, baby. Oh. Nice job turning the leg right there.
You're exactly right.
He turned that leg just in time.
Remember Phil Nevin Phil Nevin was catching for the Angels years ago, and he got hit by foul tips in the cup twice in the same inning. And he said he came about this close to catching with his legs turned towards the first base dugout.
There's no doubt. Ramon Hernandez is still going. What is he doing? Look how obvious he's going to make this one right here. Hey, I want the fastball clearly away. Oh, did you see that? There's no other number there. Throw it.
Oh, gosh. You know, that is scary. You know, these guys throw 90 miles an hour. It's getting on you pretty quickly, and all of a sudden it breaks.
Yeah,
that's more like it.
You know, it sounds funny from up here, but now think about the umpire in a situation like that where the guy ends up throwing a fastball and the umpire doesn't have a glove. He has no protection. Happened the other day.
I think it was Wilson Alvarez just a few years ago against
Anaheim.
Yes. And John Shulock was the umpire.
John Shulock.
And it hit John in the face mask, and the catcher didn't catch the baseball, and John thought they were doing it intentionally. And Wilson Alvarez said, he got thrown out of the game.
It's like, what did I do? I mean, there's just no way. These guys are professional players. There's no way. They know how tough an umpire's job is. Nobody is going to say on purpose, I'm going to try to hurt an umpire. They do get hit by foul balls. There's a ball that slips by, foul tips and things like that, but there's just no way.
Duchscherer against Sean Woot. He's totally controlled Sean in this ball game, striking him out twice. Make that 3 times. Bootcheck looking really strong with 6 strikeouts in this game. Close out the season with a great selection of Major League Baseball authentic collection caps, home and road jerseys, and everything else you need to enjoy the game. Shop angelsbaseball.com for all things baseball. Justin Duchscherer called up from the minor leagues to replace Mark Mulder. Too much pressure. Mulder won 19 games last year. 120 the season before.
This guy was supposed to be starting tonight for his AAA ball club.
Sacramento River Cats in the playoffs of the PCL. Good pitch right in there. I mean, he has had command inside and outside with the breaking ball. He's thrown the breaking ball with greater command than he has his fastball.
At will. Lefties or righty. What I noticed too in his body language, Steve, is he's working a little bit faster. Now he knows he's got the big league to work with, and your body language should change. You're going to say, oh my God, thank you very much. You know what? It's not all on me now. I just got to execute some pitches, work a little bit faster.
Ground ball up the middle, and Adam Kennedy has his 2nd hit of the ball game, and just the 3rd by the Halos tonight.
You stay with it. One thing you're fighting for right now is base runners. Kennedy does a nice job staying within himself. That's the 2nd of the day, and he knows that one thing you cannot try to do is be too quick with a guy like this who has shown that pattern of trying to get you off balance.
With 2 outs, man on, Wilson Delgado steps up. He had hit in his first 7 straight games with the Angels, come up with a base hit. 0 for 3 last night. 0 for 5 in this series. Takes inside again, slipping it on the inside corner. Tonight's Speed Gun is brought to you by SBC. Get unlimited SBC long distance. Call 1-877-PICK SBC. Inside, then outside, a bit off the plate.
Just have a feel for pitching. That's what he's doing right now. The defense very aware of that. Sometimes changing the eye level of a hitter with a fastball will help your breaking ball even more. He's been able to do that tonight.
Wants to go away. It stayed over the heart of the plate, and he's very fortunate that Delgado only hit it foul. So Duchscherer has the count his way, 1-2.
Some guys sometimes in a situation where they see a guy like Duchscherer working, a lot of off speed will go maybe to a heavier bat, sometimes even to a longer bat to get better protection, better coverage.
Into left field, this could be trouble, and that will drop for a base hit. So Kennedy goes to 2nd. Delgado on, and he is now hit safely in 8 of his 9 Angel games.
Rick Peterson knows how hard this guy has worked, giving him that confidence. See in the 3rd inning right here, he just froze Gregorio with that breaking ball inside. Does it again in the 5th, repeating a pitch. Not one pitch after the other, but one at bat after the other.
So Gregorio comes up with 2 runners on, 2 out, having struck out twice against Duchscherer, and then he throws him that big hook again, and Tom's saying, geez, do I have to get all the good ones?
Well, he throws it first pitch now in this sequence, so it'll be interesting to see start him soft and finish him a little harder, maybe with a slider, a little bit harder than this curveball, or with a fastball, or do I stay with what I've had success so far against Gregorio tonight?
He just threw his 100th pitch. You wonder if this will be his last inning. Pitched so well. There's a curveball hit foul, so he has the count 0-2 with Tom Gregorio. Justin Duchscherer here just in time for the Oakland Athletics, going over the 100 pitch mark, trying to win his 15th game in the pros this year, 14 in the minors, trying for his first in the big leagues in 2003. The 0-2. St. Speed's hitting the air. Eric Burns will run it down, and he's calling him off at the last moment. It's Jermaine Dye. Duchscherer, 7 shutout innings. It's 8-0 Oakland.
It's back. It's bigger than ever. It's the Toyota Tent Event. The biggest clearance in Toyota history is going on under the tents at all 57 Toyota dealers in Southern California. Get great clearance deals on all remaining 03 Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Choose from 18 Toyota models, from the best-selling Camry to the full-size Sequoia. Everywhere you see a tent, you'll see savings. The Toyota Tent Event ends soon. See your Toyota dealer today.
This guy is changing himself into a human lizard with scales, horns, and even fangs. No matter how bizarre you think this might be, remember, he is somebody's little boy. And you thought your family was weird. Meet the world's most interesting people on Ripley's Believe It or Not, starting September 15th.
Premiering September 15th at 4 on KCAL 9.
Introducing the Lincoln Mercury family of SUVs. The Lincoln Navigator, the new Lincoln Aviator, and the Mercury Mountaineer. Luxury effectively combined with affordability that makes it an SUV second to none. Come in now during the Summer Adventure SUV clearance event and lease a Mountaineer for $321 a month with $3321 cash due at signing. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Justin Duchscherer can't throw much better. A 4-hit shutout through 7 innings against the Angels. And here at Network Associates Coliseum, the ESPN Zone in Anaheim is your home where the Angels are on the road. This Friday, September 12th, there will be an Angels versus the Mariners watch party where you could win autographed Angels merchandise as well as Angels tickets. Wear your Angels red on September 12th this Friday, and you'll receive a free $10 game card for the ESPN Zone Sports Arena. I think that's my kid's favorite restaurant. Barry Wesson comes in the ball game, and he will play left field. This is a big power hitting outfielder. Rob Quinlan comes in to play first base. And the kid from Sydney, Australia, Trent Durrington, will play third. There he is.
Australian cat.
Way to go, mate.
Does come out here and work hard in the afternoon. And Durrington not only has to work on his ground balls, but a lot of times he has to come over here, Steve, and start throwing from behind home plate just in case as a catcher.
Well, you make yourself really valuable because I think most managers would like to keep 2 catchers, and then that third guy with a chance to pinch hit, play some positions like Sean Wooten has done for the Angels. But you have to have some experience playing that catching spot. It is one of the most difficult in the diamond. Here's Miguel Tejada. Tejada has flied out, homered, and walked. 3-run home run in the 3rd. He now has 92 RBIs this year.
Derek Turnbull in a situation like this has to treat this ball game like, you know what, it's a close ball game. I cannot let the score dictate what I do, and when it comes to location or sequence of pitches, of my selection of pitches, and try not to do more than what you have to, what you're capable of doing. Just stay within yourself and think, this is my game regardless of what the score says.
Turnbow got the A's 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. Now in the last of the 7th inning, Miguel Tejada, Scott Hatteberg, Jose Guillen. Way high. Turnbow picked up from the Philadelphia Phillies organization back in the Rule 5 Major League draft in 1999. A guy who was in Class A ball, had to stay on the Angels Major League roster in all of 2000, and the Angels sacrificed and kept him. If not, if you don't keep him on the big league roster, they would have to send him back to the Phillies. And when you have a chance to get a power arm like Turnbow's, you take it.
Everybody knows he throws hard. Look at Tejada looking location outside. No, sir. It's my home plate. I want that in a half, too. And that's one thing he needs to do in the big leagues. Pitch inside.
How about Miguel's look? He will walk. They got the strike on him.
Miguel wanted no part of that. He saw that pitch before that. He said, you know what? Maybe I'll just start cheating and start going to the first base. But again, great location. He comes back in there. Nice. That 95 is beautiful.
This was the previous pitch reaction when it came inside. Look at this reaction.
I'm telling you, he wants no part of that right now. Oh, there's right there.
And then Turnbow strikes out Miguel Tejada. You're right. He didn't want any part of that right-hander.
You know what? He wanted that walk so bad and finally said, I'm just going to swing at whatever comes. Anything close, I'm swinging.
Already. First baseman, Scott Hatteberg.
But he set him up well for the strikeout. You know, a couple fastballs in. Then he turns this one over just a little bit more, and look at the speed again. Truly impressive. A little bit of movement downward.
Exactly 97 with that kind of sink. He throws a first pitch changeup to Scott Hatteberg, who takes. Hatteberg has walked, flied out, popped up.
I love Steve the way he went about that at bat right there. A guy that had done some damage already in the 3rd inning with that home run. A lot of respect, but at the same time saying, here's my best, but I know how to locate. I'm going to go inside. You get your arms out. I'll take care of the rest.
He started out 2 off-speed pitches to Hatteberg.
And those little messages that you send throughout the league. Now Tejada won't forget that. He'll pass it along to other guys, and they'll ask him about Turnbow.
Strike in the outside corner, 2-1. The Angels minor league depth is in pitching. The Urban Santanas, the Derek Turnbows, the Bobby Jenks, the Rafael Rodriguez.
By the way, Bobby Jenks was just brilliant. I mean, what a
last 2 months of the season.
He
wow.
was just outstanding.
You've got his numbers right here. Bobby Jenks.
Here's a kid that had to take a step back, or maybe 2 steps back to take another huge leap forward. Double-A, he was just dominating towards the end of the season.
7-2 with a 3.17 earned run average, and Turnbow will strike out Scott Hatteberg. So back-to-back strikeouts by Derek Turnbow.
Get the respect from the guys that have been here, those veterans. Well, you do it by doing your job when it comes. Another good sinking fastball low, and look at the speed just keeps picking up. Confidence building too. Oh, you know, all those things, your body language. You just get that chest puffed up, and you know what, I belong here. I don't need to just prove it on every pitch, but prove it with my actions.
Here is Jose Guillen, and just to give you those numbers, Jose, on Bobby Jenks, he threw 83 innings. Gave up 56 hits, only 56. He struck out 103 batters, and they said there were several times this year his fastball was clocked at 100 miles an hour. Foul back to the screen. And early in his career, there were maturity issues about Bobby Jenks. Hopefully he will get through those, because it does take great self-discipline to play in the major leagues.
Guy is built like a linebacker. He uses those legs to push off, and the strong arm or young arm is still developing, but getting an idea as to what it takes to be successful down there and to get up here.
And speaking of the minor leagues, Rancho Cucamonga won their game last night, staved off elimination in the California League playoffs after collecting 17 hits and posting an 8-4 victory. Tommy Murphy, David Gates each had 3 hits. And congratulations to Rancho Cucamonga as they continue to compete in the Cal League playoffs.
Keep it up, Meach.
Bobby Meacham there. Manager Provo Angels, they captured the Pioneer League Southern Division title with a 6-1 win over Ogden, the Los Angeles Dodgers affiliate. And they finished with a record of 54-20 this year. They won the first half, they won the second half. There's a lot of talent in the minor leagues, and their system has been strong. When General Manager Bill Stoneman took over the organization, the Angels minor league system was ranked in the bottom half. Some had it ranked 29th and 30th. And last year, according to Baseball America, they were ranked 5th because of prospects like Derek Turnbow. The 2-2 pitch. Turnbow strikes out the side. Tejada, Hatteberg, and Guillen, big leaguers all.
Big leaguers know about being a little bit more now too. Get the respect. There's one out to out on the long swing. Here's Hatteberg, and see you later at number 3. Great job.
Teamwork won the World Series, and teamwork can help achieve another important goal, conserving energy when demand is high. Here are some tips from SCE. Clean air conditioner filters and refrigerator coils. Do only full loads of clothes and dishes, and replace light bulbs with compact fluorescents.
How many shortstops does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but it takes all of us to make a difference.
A message from your Angels and their energy advisor, Southern California Edison.
I had a compressed fracture, I think between L2 and L3.
It happened so fast. One minute I was on top of the ladder, and the next...
I still don't know how I was able to get up and walk away.
It was a nasty break.
Dad still acts like he's invincible.
Whew, my knees are shot. I'm turning into an old man.
I don't want to be hobbling around when I'm 50.
I guess men aren't made of steel.
Got milk?
It's back. It's bigger than ever. It's the Toyota Tent Event. The biggest clearance in Toyota history is going on under the tents at all 57 Toyota dealers in Southern California. Get great clearance deals on all remaining 03 Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Choose from 18 Toyota models, from the best-selling Camry to the full-size Sequoia. Everywhere you see a tent, you'll see savings. The Toyota Tent Event ends soon. See your Toyota dealer today.
Angels down to the Oakland A's. 4 runs in the third, 4 in the fourth. Justin Duchscherer doing the rest of it. Now our Mercedes-Benz out-of-town scoreboard shows Seattle with a 4-1 lead in the 8th inning. Edgar Martinez hit his 23rd home run of the year. Boston beat Baltimore 9-2, but the Yankees hold a 3.5-game lead with a 4-2 edge on Detroit. Posada. He had 2 RBIs in that game. White Sox over the Minnesota Twins for the second time in that series. Cleveland over KC. The Royals continue to fade. Toronto loses to Tampa Bay 11-6. It's Aubrey Huff. What a year he's had. 29 home runs and 46 doubles. The new pitcher for the Oakland Athletics, Steve Sparks. He could be an important member of this bullpen in the stretch. You see his numbers. They were as a starter much of the year with the Detroit Tigers and then as a reliever. Detroit used him both as a starter and reliever. He throws the knuckleball.
And now that you see him on the mound, also new glove. This looks like a first baseman's glove right here for Ramon Hernandez behind home plate. One thing you got to do against the knuckleballer is, and Steve Sparks reminds his catchers, don't go out to get the ball. Let it come to you. As a hitter, feel like you're almost hitting a butterfly or something.
Isn't that the truth? Bob Uecker's line, the best way to catch a knuckleball is just to wait till it stops rolling. Go pick it up by the backstop.
Too late.
And he comes fastball at 79 miles an hour, but Figgins takes it 3-1. Sean in the ball game 0 for 2, but did walk in the 3rd inning. In there, came right back with a fastball.
He will do that. He will throw that fastball. Sometimes 2-0, obviously 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. I'm not afraid to say I do. No, I don't want to put more base runners on right now. If I can help it, I'm going to throw that fastball.
Now off.
One thing he will do too is change speeds on that knuckler. A lot of times when I faced him in the past, I would almost face him as a guy that was throwing just straight changeups because of the speed he puts on it.
Down the line, tough play for Chavez. That's a fair ball, and Biggins going to beat it easily. Chavez, instead of just throwing, took a look at the umpire, and the umpire said it's a fair ball, Eric.
Well, right now we got Frank Menachino at third base, and you see he kind of took a look. You're right about that. You know, one of the situations you're going to do is just complete the play. Don't worry about the umpire. Look at that ball crossing over the back. Don't worry about it. Just complete the play. Later, you let him do his job. Let Alfonso take over. But one thing you got to have in mind is also who is running. Don't take any chances. Menachino took a chance, and he lost right there.
Frankie came in just to give Chavez a rest. First pitch popped up by Jeff DeBen, and Ramon Hernandez will take care of it. As Sparks came in as a starting pitcher, I didn't realize that they brought Menachino in at third, and Bobby Crosby's the new shortstop for Miguel Tejada.
There's Eric Chavez before that. There's Mr. Crosby, who
could be the starting third shortstop, next year if Miguel Tejada leaves as a free agent. There are a lot of teams interested in him. Why not?
Very good situation right now. Talking about Crosby.
There's Adam Riggs.
As they told Tejada early in spring training, you know what? We are just not going to even make an effort to sign you. Something drastic has to happen for us to make an effort to even extend an offer to you.
They didn't want to insult him. I mean, he's the MVP. Doesn't he deserve at least an offer?
There was something out there called Jason Giambi, who was also an MVP, and look what happened to him. Now, he did get an offer to stay in Oakland.
Yes,
an offer that was
$90
not
million.
pleasing to him.
I think he was very close to signing. And then at the very end, he wavered.
I believe the whole issue
to the end of the year.
The whole issue became on the no trade clause.
Yes, it was. Riggs hits it a mile high. Left center field. Eric Burns racing back. He will make the catch. Biggins, who is halfway to second base, will go back to first. Two outs at the top of the 8th inning.
Make an adjustment from one pitcher to the other. One not throwing very hard. Now this one's throwing a little bit slower. Many things you try to do, but more than anything, just don't get out of your strike zone.
Sparks gets it in there on the outside corner to Tim Salmon.
And look at those fingers. He's got them ready. Wants to get a nice grip. Little Titan right there. Just does a nice job.
Salmon rolls it to Sparks and underhanded the first baseman. And the inning is over. Biggins gets a base hit. Still 8-0. A's.
It's back. It's bigger than ever. It's the Toyota Tent Event. The biggest clearance in Toyota history is going on under the tents at all 57 Toyota dealers in Southern California. Get great clearance deals on all remaining 03 Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Choose from 18 Toyota models, from the best-selling Camry to the full-size Sequoia. Everywhere you see a tent, you'll see savings. The Toyota Tent Event ends soon. See your Toyota dealer today.
This is the Smith home. The Smith home's connected to the Chang home. The Smith home's connected to the Sports Dome. They're also connected to the Maitre D, Furniture Warehouse, and Great Uncle Lee. The Smith home's connected to the museum with high-speed DSL to help their son with show and tell. Their daughter's connected to mom's cell phone, which of course is connected back to the Smith home. And that's the beauty of SBC Connections. Local, long distance, singular wireless, and DSL. SBC.
Cruiser days are here, with the hottest way to cruise the coolest state, the PT Cruiser. 121 cubic feet of space, 32 seating configurations, and available 220 horsepower turbo. The only question is, what will your PT look like? Now during Cruiser days, get a $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months. Visit your California Chrysler dealer today.
World champion Anaheim Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. By Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mvusa.com. And by Project Pollution Prevention. Call 1-888-CLEAN-LA. Steve Pizziac, Jose Mota with you. The Angels have Gary Glover, their fourth pitcher, used tonight. The bullpen has done a nice job all year long. They have an earned run average that's about 2.5, actually 2.85, and dropping. The game began. That's first in the American League. It's the lowest earned run average by a bullpen this year.
Gary Glover can get it up there, 94, 95. They have worked on maybe not as much speed, so the ball doesn't flatten out so much in the strike zone, but more movement downward.
Gary Glover delivering to Oakland Athletics. Pops it foul, back in out of play. Adam Melhuse will come in for Ramon Hernandez, who has played a lot. Not bad, 4 home runs, and he had a chance to catch Justin Duchscherer earlier this year when he was with the Sacramento River Cats. Ground ball picked off, and Adam Riggs will throw out Melhuse. Well, we talked with Orlando Mercado, you did before the ball game, about the strength of the Angels bullpen.
This is a team effort. And number one, man, is Percy won't keep the bullpen loose. It's my job to keep the bullpen loose too. Talk to them, make sure I watch the game, and it's a family thing. It's not individual thing. Individually when they'll go across that line, and performing, but this is a team effort.
They help each other out so much in that bullpen. Orlando Mercado, the first year as a bullpen coach, but it's a family, and here's the leader right here. He's the guy that sets the tone with the attitude. Well, you have to take him between those white lines on the things that you worked on in the bullpen to make your team successful.
Well, the Angels bullpen has done a marvelous job this year, and they picked up another strong arm in a trade. Scott Schoenweis just before trade deadline. Gary Glover, hard throwing right-hander with the White Sox. He throws it low, but he'll get it up there near 94, 95 miles an hour. The Angels with a lot of power arms in their system. Jermaine Dye with a single his first time up and hit a line drive laser shot home run into the left field seats his second time up. Outside. Play by Trent Durrington, 2 outs. The 2004 Angels Fantasy Camp is your chance to live, learn, laugh, and play alongside Angels greats like Rick Burleson, Bert Campaneris, Ken Forsch, Buck Rogers, Clyde Wright, and many more. During these 5 magical days, you meet them in person as you live out your childhood dream to play for the Angels. Call 1-800-888-4376 or look it up on the internet at www.allstaradventures.com. Well, this could be you. There's Alan Massengale. Look at that pitch. Look at the swing. Alan, he said he had over 1,200 days before his last start, and now he needs another 1,200 after that pitching performance.
Found some muscles working that he didn't even know he had. I mean, that time that jacuzzi sounds really good, that whirlpool, and what a fun time, though. Anybody can have a chance, and also to be surrounded by those young guys.
I like the last scene we saw. I want to go to the fantasy chiropractic and massage camp. Well, the Angels are down to the A's 8-0. The A's came in with a 1.5 lead on the Seattle Mariners, and earlier tonight Seattle had a 4-0 lead on the Texas Rangers. Well, guess what has happened? Texas has come back in that game, and they have tied it up at 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Wow. Seattle has been reeling. I mean, the Oakland Athletics have won 15 of their last 22, and in that span, the Seattle Mariners have lost 13 of 21, and that's a 7-game difference, 6.5-game difference in the standings. From first to second, Riggs takes care of the A's. It's 8-0 Oakland.
Introducing the Lincoln Mercury family of SUVs. Lincoln Navigator, Mercury Mountaineer, and the new 302 horsepower Lincoln Aviator, just as luxurious as the Lincoln Navigator, only smaller. Come in now during the Summer Adventure SUV clearance event and lease a new Aviator for $405 a month with $44.28 cash due at signing. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Checking out at the supermarket. Checking in at the airport. Getting home in time for the local news.
We'll be back with more local news at 11.
KCAL 9 News at 8, 9, and 10 p.m. The convenient choice for local news. Local news when you're home to watch. Dialing up to surf the web? KCAL 9 News at 8, 9, and 10 p.m. The convenient choice for local news.
It's back. It's bigger than ever. It's the Toyota Tent Event. The biggest clearance in Toyota history is going on under the tents at all 57 Toyota dealers in Southern California. Get great clearance deals on all remaining 03 Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Choose from 18 Toyota models, from the best-selling Camry to the full-size Sequoia. Everywhere you see a tent, you'll see savings. The Toyota Tent Event ends soon. See your Toyota dealer today.
It is 8-0. The Oakland Athletics have the lead over the Anaheim Angels. Steve Physiak along with Jose Mota. We've seen wonderful pitching tonight, and now we want to see some wonderful sportscasting work from Alan Massengale.
You guys have been showing those clips of me at camp.
Yes, we have.
Love it. Let me tell you, Rick Smith is the greatest trainer in the world to keep us in one piece at that thing. Anyway, up on the big show tonight, Kobe Bryant, his defense team is getting a little aggressive out there in Colorado. I'll tell you what's going on. And Jean-Sébastien Giguère of the Ducks does not have a contract, and he's probably not going to have one when they get to camp this week. Let's send it back up to Oakland, guys. No more clips of me, all right?
Well, yeah, it's always about you, Alan. That's what it's about. There is no I in team with Alan Massengale, but there is an M and an E. Here is Keith Pogue coming on to close this game out. He leads the American League in saves this year with 39. What a great addition by Billy Beane in the offseason. And he's working with a new catcher, Adam Melhuse. Fouled off. I think in the future of Justin Duchscherer, September 9th, 2003 is going to be one of the greatest memories in his life. He and his wife celebrated the birth of their first child this morning, and then he wins his first game with the Oakland A's if they're able to hold on to this 8-0 lead. He threw 7 shutout innings. What a job.
Memorable day. What time it started? 5:57 Pacific time. AM.
And Rob Quinlan comes up and rips one to right field for at least 2. He is off for third, and he is there with a triple.
Got to be very sure in a situation like this. You're down by so many runs. When you hit this ball right here, the extension by Jermaine Dye is what tells you if he's going to get to this ball or not, but he does not. He gets extended, not able to get it, and right there the ball's in front of you as a runner. You know that you cannot take a chance going to third base if you know it's going to be a bang-bang play, but holding a bang-bang play was just a nice pickup on that first step by Rob Quinlan with a second triple of this year.
The Angels will try and get on the scoreboard here in the 9th inning. They've got Quinlan at third. Keith Folk came in with a strong earned run average at 2.10. Trent Durrington takes strike 1. Keith Folk does have the ability to strike batters out. He has 82 this year in 77 innings, and he doesn't throw that hard. 90, 91 miles an hour, but one of the best changeups you will see in the game. There it was, but Durrington doesn't bite.
What he does, he has a great arm speed with his changeup, and the grip is always the same. He likes to start, run from the stretch, and a nice balanced follow through effect over the top, which just makes for a lot of deception off Keith Folk.
Check swing by Durrington. 2-1.
You say, Steve, he will not overpower you, but he also hides the ball real well.
Hit sharply. Durrington is out, having to hold at third base Rob Quinlan. Our Carl's Jr. superstar of the game, absolutely all Justin Duchscherer.
Impressive with that breaking ball. Raising people to that inside fastball, going to the breaking ball. Just a nice balance all overall on every pitch, very consistent with his mechanics. That's why he got the results he got tonight. Teammates know that.
Well, it might be just in time to change his name too, because they needed him desperately. The Oakland Athletics had lost 5 of the last 7. They had a chance to make some distance, put some distance between themselves and the Seattle Mariners. They currently had a game-and-a-half lead. Barry Wesson now will come to the plate. Barry Wesson takes a swing at that first pitch changeup, strike 1. Broken bat ground ball hit to third. Pino gets the man at third base, but Weston will have the RBI and drive in Rob Quinlan to make it an 8-1 Oakland lead.
Well, I got to show you right here as to why he couldn't score on the hard shot by Durrington, the shortstop. Look how this ball is on a line. I mean, he's got to wait for the ball to clear the infield, but he has to freeze on the line drive. A one hopper in that situation, you do not want to take a chance, and that's one of the few times, Steve, in which you're not going to score in a 6-3 with the infield playing back. Just got to freeze, let that ball go through. Don't take a chance. Might catch it, extend his arm out there with the shortstop Crosby and catch it in the air, then you're double up.
Wilson Delgado takes outside. 1-1. Barry Wesson's first major league RBI. He knocks it in, a ground out to third. It gets Rob Quinlan home from third base. So that'll be a memory. We had a lot of great memories in this ball game.
Hey, first RBI breaks a shutout. Gotta love that.
Yep. Chris Bootcheck made his major league debut, but he gave him 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings. It's one he'd like to forget, but be held in the memory book. Dream come true for every single little leaguer who dreams of making it to the show. Bootcheck, Duchscherer here tonight. Justin Duchscherer on a wonderful day for he and his family. Pitched brilliantly. 7 innings of shutout baseball, 6 strikeouts. The 2-2. Delgado swings and misses. Folks, strikes him out, and the A's win the ball game. The story of the night. Justin Duchscherer at 8:56 Eastern time this morning became a father for the first time, and 16 hours later wins his first game as an Oakland Athletic. It's the A's 8, the Angels 1. We'll be right back.
Woo! Draft day, baby. This is our year.
In the first round, the Oakland Raiders select Antenna Ball.
Hey, Raiders fans. Now when you buy any large combo at Jack in the Box, you'll get a free Raiders Antenna Ball.
He's kind of small. He's free.
I'm not a mechanic, but I've seen motors apart. They're unbelievable. I saw the carbon crud buildup on the valves. You see, now I never knew that was from a lot of gasolines, to be honest with you. But, you know, it makes sense. So, I guess Techron's a good thing, you know? Right?
Help keep vital engine parts clean. Chevron with Techron.
I really don't know what's up with that part.
Here's the pitch, brushes him back, and David. Some pitches even Angels David Eckstein knows it's best to steer clear of. And when it comes to power lines near your roof and yard, steering clear is always the best thing to do. So before starting any home improvement project, visit Southern California Edison's website for important safety tips and information.
Protect what's important. Get in the game and be safe at home.
A message from your world champion Anaheim Angels and their energy advisor, Southern California Edison.
Where you're going, you'll need stuff like this. And if you expect to graduate in 4 years, you'll need this. Call now and you'll get a PC that works hard and plays hard when you upgrade to a compact Presario with Intel Pentium 4 processor plus monitor and HP color printer. For only $499 after rebates, you'll email photos, play games, listen to music, and, oh yeah, do schoolwork. Call today and get free shipping and compact notebooks from $699. When it really matters, choose compact.
I can't believe it. I've got DSL. Whoa.
Finally, high-speed DSL is within everyone's reach. Add SBC Yahoo DSL to your home phone service for just $29.95 a month, guaranteed. One more way, we bring it all home.
The Oakland A's beat the Anaheim Angels 8-1 final score. Justin Duchscherer gets the victory, and Chris Bootcheck, in his Major League debut, takes the loss. With the Angels getting only 6 hits tonight, you may still be a winner in our Toyota 9th Hit Online contest. The winner will be randomly selected from tonight's entries. Log on to WWHit at KCAL9 tomorrow for another chance to win the Toyota 9th Hit Online contest. Well, our Lexus play of the game, Jose.
Outstanding play. You pick yourself up and your pitcher by letting him know this is a big league, and we make plays like this changes the momentum, and Duchscherer know exactly what to do after that.
So you think, we talked about it earlier, you think September 9th, 2003 will be a great memory for Justin Duchscherer, a pop for the first time, and a win for the A's.
He'll remember that. Also picking the A's up in a situation which the guy that said we need a bit more of offense picked him up defensively and with the bat and Eric Chavez.
How about tomorrow? The Angels go against the Oakland Athletics. Ted Lilly will be on the hill for the A's. Jared Washburn, who's been pitching very well, goes for Anaheim.
But Washburn wants to be in a situation like this just to get the Angels back on track, make a difference in this division, and at the same time set the pace from the mound for the Angels tomorrow.
All right. The Angels winning Game 1 of this series, losing Game 2. And we'll be right back to close it out right after this.
Some guys eat 5 burgers a week. That's 260 a year. Or 11,000 burgers in a lifetime. Hey, you might want to pace yourself. The Barbecue Ranch Chicken Sandwich, new at Carl's Jr.
At Philip Morris USA, we understand that people want to know what actions we're taking on important tobacco issues. We'd like to show you some of what we're doing. We've voluntarily removed our ads from the back covers of all magazines and significantly reduced our magazine advertising. And we continue to be the major sponsor of the We Card program that trains clerks to check for ID to help prevent kids from buying cigarettes. To date, over 900,000 We Card training and resource kits have been distributed to retailers nationwide. And on our website, you can access the Parent Resource Center that offers practical information and advice from experts on how parents can talk to their kids about not smoking. You'll also find information on the serious health effects of smoking and links to sites that can help smokers quit. For more information, visit philipmorrisusa.com or call for a printed copy of excerpts from our website.
Album covers make a great way to store saw blades. The answers are out there. We'll help you find them. Osh, Complete Hardware and Garden.
You forgot the Mountain Dew.
AM/PM is proud to be the official convenience store of the Anaheim Angels.
I am consumed with you.
You must catch me.
Catch me. You overwhelm my senses.
I must run from you, run from you.
Craving a new sensation from Wiener Schnitzel.
Come back, little chili dog.
It's the best part of the baseball season because Angel dogs at Wiener Schnitzel are only 99 cents. They're all beef and extra large for an athlete's appetite. Or try our all-new cheddar sausage melt, only at Wiener Schnitzel.
Luxury car. Now get a 2003 Lincoln LS for 0% APR financing for 60 months or up to $5,500 cash back. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
World Champion Angels baseball on KCAL 9 has been brought to you by Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 03 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. Get the feeling Toyota. By the Home Depot, proud sponsors of Anaheim Angels baseball. By Southern California Edison, who reminds you that energy conservation is always in season. By Wiener Schnitzel, the official hot dog of the world champion Anaheim Angels. And by the all-new 2004 Ford F-150. So for Jose Mota, this is Steve Physiok saying so long from Network Associates Coliseum. The final score, the A's 8, the Angels 1. Join us again Thursday for more Angels baseball on KCAL 9 as the Halos take on the A's in the final game of this series. All of the action starts at high noon. Be sure to join Alan Massingale tonight at 10:45 for Sports Central. A full 15 minutes of all the day's highlights and scores from the day in sports. Now stay tuned for KCAL 9 News coming up next. You've been watching the world champion Anaheim Angels on KCAL 9. Have a great evening, everyone.